Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear me? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them no worried me. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them not like me. Talk the things, me comfy talk the thing, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the thing, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. You know business, me not care if them screw face, wow. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the things, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me not care if them now already hear me fun too much, too much, whoa. Them not like me not like them not rate me. Me and them no friend, me don't see you care the whole of them are eating. Talk the things, me comfy talk the thing, you hear? Talk the things, me comfy talk the thing, whoa. Talk the things, me comfy talk the things. Me no business, me no care if them screw face, whoa.
I me say boom when you don't know it's country, aka Pep to the those party where you don't country big enough for Let's Start the Thing TV. It's on YouTube. Don't say party, all the mix up, all the fix up, all the drama. I say where you want the latest news. Let's Start the Thing on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel now. Wow, we out. I me say boom when you don't know it's country, aka Pep to the those party where you don't country big enough for Let's Start the Thing TV. It's on YouTube. Don't say party, all the mix up, all the fix up, all the drama. I say where you want the latest news. Let's Start the Thing on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel now. Wow, we out.
Thinking of buying or selling a home or renting an apartment? Then look no further than Citadel Circle Realty. Located at 1111 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York, we cover Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island, the Bronx, Staten Island, and Manhattan. Let one of our knowledgeable and professional agents assist you with your real estate goals today. Buying or selling today? No problem. Need to rent an apartment? We got you covered. Call us today at 718-717-8251. That's 718-717-8251.
Your words are powerful, but even the best need a little polish. Whether it's a business report, presentation, blog post, or academic paper, we've got you covered. At Smarty Pants Consulting, our expert editors and proofreaders ensure your writing is flawless, clear, concise, and compelling. Don't let typos or grammar slip-ups hold you back. Let Smarty Pants Consulting elevate your work to the next level. Fast, reliable, and professional every time. Call or text Smarty Pants Consulting at 212-658-8700 and get started today. Your words perfected. Call or text Smarty Pants Consulting at 212-658-8700. That's Smarty Pants Consulting at 212-658-8700. Your
Planning to take a trip to Guyana? Planning to do a tour in Guyana? Well, this is the ideal company for you to call, and we're talking about Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tours, airport trip, church trip, family outing, local tour, river tour, Kaicho Fall tour, Entori, Amarinian Village, Suriname, and Brazil tour. Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. You guys could contact them on 592-639-2663, 592-673-2348. Let me give you back that number, 592-639-2663 or 592-673-2348. You guys could also follow him on Facebook at Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Yes, guys, or you could contact Matthew direct with this number here, 639-2663. That's 639-2663. Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Planning a tour? Well, definitely you guys need to check this out. Matthew's 24-hour bus service and Nature Tour. Get there. Do not wait for next year. Planning to take a trip to Guyana? Planning to do a tour in Guyana? Well, this is the ideal company for you to call. And we're talking about Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tours. Airport trip, church trip, family outing, local tour, river tour, Kaicho Fall tour, Entori, Amarinian Village, Suriname, and Brazil tour. Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. You guys could contact them on 592-639-2663, 592-673-2348. Let me give you back that number, 592-639-2663 or 592-673-2348. You guys could also follow him on Facebook at Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Yes, guys, or you could contact Matthew direct with this number here, 639-2663. That's 639-2663. Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Planning a tour? Well, definitely you guys need to check this out. Matthew's 24-hour bus service and nature tour. Get there. Do not wait for next year.
Thinking of buying or selling a home or renting an apartment? Then look no further than Citadel Circle Realty. Located at 1111 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York, we cover Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island, the Bronx, Staten Island, and Manhattan. Let one of our knowledgeable and professional agents assist you with your real estate goals today. Buying or selling today? No problem. Need to rent an apartment? We got you covered. Call us today at 718-717-8251. That's 718-717-8251.
Your words are powerful, but even the best need a little polish. Whether it's a business report, presentation, blog post, or academic paper, we've got you covered. At Smarty Pants Consulting, our expert editors and proofreaders ensure your writing is flawless, clear, concise, and compelling. Don't let typos or grammar slip-ups hold you back. Let Smarty Pants Consulting elevate your work to the next level. Fast, reliable, and professional every time. Call or text Smarty Pants Consulting at 212-658-8700 and get started today. Your words perfected. Call or text Smarty Pants Consulting at 212-658-8700. That's Smarty Pants Consulting at 212-658-8700. Your words are
Definitely in the building. Poop, pop, pop, bada, beep. Somebody drop a bomb. What we talking about, man? You know the vibe is. Boop, bop, beep. Yeah? Okay, my mic is down low. So I gotta turn it up. Yeah. Good evening to each and everybody in the building. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Today is my day off. Definitely was to check in with you guys earlier, but I'll tell you something. I don't want you to feel that I'm lacking, you understand? It's not that on a Wednesday I've got so much things to do. I try to come early on a live this morning, but remember, on a Wednesday is when I really get a chance to do a lot of stuff. Like I told you guys, I have multiple YouTube channels. I got my internet radio that I've got to take care of. And I'm a family man. So, you know, Wednesday is the day when I really get the time to do so much stuff that I want to do. So, upon preparing for Guyana's show this morning, it was very complicated. You understand? Within doing that, because Wednesday is a day when I've got to do my shit. You know what I mean? I got to get my shit sorted out. So, nevertheless, man, I'm in the building. Hope you guys forgive me for that. But you know what it is. You know what it is. I got to run a poll or little more down in the show. I want to ask you a question. I'm going to ask you that question later down in the show. If I do forget, you guys could comment me or WhatsApp me and say, Fire, what is the question you want to ask us that you say you were going to ask us later down in the show? So you guys remember, I have a question to ask you. I have a poll to run. And I'm going to ask you and run the poll later down. But if I forget, remind me about telling you what's up, right? Once again, man, I want to say good night to each everybody. You know what it is. Shout out to all our subscribers. Like we say, we heading up to that 20K, heading up to that 100,000K, and we heading up to that million. You know how we're doing already, piece by piece. Gradually, we're going to step up there. And I just want to say thanks to all our subscribers. For those persons who haven't subscribed to the channel as yet, remember the door is open. Feel free to take the opportunity and be a part of Let's Start the Things TV. Like I said, OVS is where you get the latest and what's going on in the diaspora and in Guyana, you know what I mean? And Let's Start the Thing TV is a global channel because I already decided, me management sit down, we are definitely going to be bringing some different content, and we're talking about like stories from different other Caribbean country, as we definitely is supported by a lot of persons from around the Caribbean. You understand? So look out for a shout out to my St. Kitts people, my Nevis, my Grenada people, my Trinidad, Barbados, you don't know it go already, St. Lucia, you know what it is, man. Big up to everybody that definitely is a part of this channel. Like I said, this is not a Guyanese channel anymore. This is a global, international channel whereby surrounded by so much Caribbean people and people from the United States, Canada, and so forth. So definitely we applaud you, and definitely we definitely appreciate you guys rocking with us, and we hope that you keep, you know what I mean, you continue rocking with us, okay? Definitely tonight we got some stuff to run through, and I know you guys are not going to want to miss this. So tonight, up in the upload, before we continue going further, we got Mr. Mohamed and the Pppc government, big fight with them. You hear PPP, the government is paying $50,000. I can't remember directly as to who, but what they're trying to do is trying to paint this picture that Mohamed is a bad influence to the country. It's crazy. Now you guys can remember the video that I show you with the president. We're going to run that back. We're going to try to dissect it as we open the phone lines with you. Also, definitely today we got to run for you Amica, should we say Amicia, and Angie was on a live yesterday. The detective, I don't remember the detective name direct, but the same detective that was on Nigel London interview with the red hair, she got her own YouTube podcast going on now. And yesterday was our first episode of our show, or should we say the second episode of our show, whereby she interviewed Amicia, that's Adriana's mother, and Angie, that's the cousin of Sir Brian's. So we're gonna run that definitely. I want to shout out to Amicia. Also, I want to say big shout out to Angie, Angela, aka Angie. You understand, my sister? Big up yourself. I'm not gonna tell no lie. You deliver on that interview. And first hearing you, when you start to speak, you had me kind of confused. I was like, sure this Angie them get it, or there's somebody else? But then as we went down, as we listened more, we could have known, I could have pinpointed she. What was it? That's kidding. It's how she start off. So if you're watching right now, I just joking with you. But big up yourself all the time. So big up to you, big up to the entire family. Big D, big up yourself, you know anything. Roxanne, anyway, you're there, big up. So Brian, big up yourself. Amicia, Amica, the entire family. Tonight, definitely we're gonna share with you the GoFundMe that they need help with. Remember, people, the second phase of Adriana Justice take place right now, whereby they have to get certain financial to, you know, go ahead with the legal procedures when it comes to the whole investigation and the court proceedings. So you know things are getting put together right now for the big court day. So you know they definitely need you guys help, guys. Also, we're gonna definitely jump on the West Indies player that is facing a rape charge right now, or should we say is in an alleged rape scandal. You understand? Last time we touched two things, but we didn't really get to touch around the thing. So we got a live video with Nigel Hughes, because we're going on, we see whereby Nigel Hughes, I think Nigel Hughes is the lawyer for the West Indies player, or I think he is the lawyer for the suspects. Janos, I think I had it like that, but we're gonna find out what's going on tonight. I got that interview to run for you guys. So like I said, we got three main topic that we're gonna be dealing with. We're gonna be dealing with Adriana's mom, cousin Angie on the live. We're gonna be dealing with Pppc and Mohamed, and we're gonna be dealing with the West Indies player, whereby Calvin Burnett name get called in it also. So we got some clips to run to you definitely, so that's what we got for you up and running. So before we get into the show, like I said, guys, if you are interested in donating to the channel, you guys could donate by dropping anything in the Cash App or the Zelle that is provided at the bottom of the screen. Yes, or you guys could definitely donate by being a member of the channel for only $2 a month. Right now, we soon raise that price. Like I said, we have reached the 50 member right now. We have reached 50. So far, we got 50 members. I want more members. We can't got 17,000 subscribers and we only got 50 members. Come on, guys. Being a member is simple and easy. It's not nothing big and hard. Okay? So that's how it goes. Also, you guys could donate to the channel by purchasing a super chat or a super sticker. All you got to do is hit the $sign that is provided on your device that you're using. Select which one you want. If it's a super chat or super sticker, select your payment method and send on. It's just like that. All right, guys? So shout out to everybody that definitely donating to the channel. We want to shout out to those persons that is on board running the ads with us. And we're talking about Matthew's 24-hour bus service. Remember, guys, if you're going to be heading to Guyana, you hear me? If you guys are going to be heading to Guyana and you're looking to do a tour in Guyana, you know, it's been a while you haven't been to Guyana and you want to do a tour, you want to see certain sights and scenes and so forth, you guys need to contact Matthew's 24-hour bus service. Now, guys, if you need a bus or planning a tour, you could call them at 592-639-2663 or 592-673-2348. That's Matthew's 24-hour bus service and nature tour. He specializes in airport special, church trip, family outing, local tour, river tour, Kaitro Fall tour, Inturi, Amarinian Village, Suriname, and Brazil. So, guys, like I told you guys again, contact him on 592-639-623-626. 592-639-2663 or 592-673-2348, or you guys could contact Matthew on his number direct, and that is 639-2663. That's 639-2663. Remember, you guys could follow Matthew 24-hour bus service on Facebook at Matthew's 24-hour bus service city and nature tour. Okay, guys? Yes, telling you guys you're heading home and you need this service. Like I said, he provides airport trip, church trip, family outing, local tour, river tour, Kaitro Fall tour, and it goes on. Kingston, what's wrong? Yo, chill. Yeah, okay, guys. Mommy gone to work. She's going to be home back soon, okay? And Lexi gone out to come back. I don't know why he's tripping. Anyway, you could contact him right there, guys, all right? Definitely. Also, I want to shout out to Citadel Circle Realties, okay? These guys specialize in buying homes and selling homes. Also, guys, if you are looking for an apartment to rent, I'm telling you guys, they are located 1111 Utica Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. You understand? Thinking about buying a house or selling a house or renting an apartment. Their service are in Queens, Long Island, Bronx, Staten Island, and Manhattan. You understand? So you guys could contact them on 718-717-8251. That is Citadel Circle Realties. All right? Also, we want to shout out to Smarty Pants Consultant, definitely on board with us. And like I said, guys, these guys are definitely the people that you need. Now, if you're a person that do your reports and so forth and you feel like, you know, you're writing good, your writing skills is not up, or even you feel like your writing is not neat enough, you're a vlogger, wherever it is, and you need your report to be written properly in the right way to turn into your boss or your assignment, you guys could contact Smarty Pants Consultant on 212-658-8700. That's 212-658-8700. Okay, guys? You know how it goes already. Let's jump back into this ad, and when we get with you guys, we turn up the fire.
Thinking of buying or selling a home or renting an apartment? Then look no further than Citadel Circle Realty. Located at 1111 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York, we cover Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island, the Bronx, Staten Island, and Manhattan. Let one of our knowledgeable and professional agents assist you with your real estate goals today. Buying or selling today? No problem. Need to rent an apartment? We got you covered. Call us today at 718-717-8251. That's 718-717-8251. Thinking of buying or selling a home?
Your words are powerful, but even the best need a little polish. Whether it's a business report, presentation, blog post, or academic paper, we've got you covered. At Smarty Pants Consulting, our expert editors and proofreaders ensure your writing is flawless, clear, concise, and compelling. Don't let typos or grammar slip-ups hold you back. Let Smarty Pants Consulting elevate your work to the next level. Fast, reliable, and professional every time. Call or text Smarty Pants Consulting at 212-658-8700 and get started today. Your words perfected. Call or text Smarty Pants Consulting at 212-658-8700. That's Smarty Pants Consulting. Your words are powerful, but even the best need a little polish. Whether it's a business report, presentation, blog post, or academic paper, we've got you covered. At Smarty Pants Consulting, our expert editors and proofreaders ensure your writing is flawless, clear, concise, and compelling. Don't let typos or grammar slip-ups hold you back. Let Smarty Pants Consulting elevate your work to the next level. Fast, reliable, and professional every time. Call or text Smarty Pants Consulting at 212-658-8700 and get started today. Your words perfected. Call or text Smarty Pants Consulting at 212-658-8700. That's Smarty Pants Consulting at 212-658-8700.
Planning to take a trip to Guyana? Planning to do a tour in Guyana? Well, this is the ideal company for you to call. And we're talking about Matthews 24-hour bus service, city and nature tours. Airport trip, church trip, family outing, local tour, river tour, Kaicho Fall tour, Entori, Amarinian Village, Suriname, and Brazil tour. Matthews 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. You guys could contact them on 592-639-2663, 592-673-2348. Let me give you back that number, 592-639-2663 or 592-673-2348. You guys could also follow him on Facebook at Matthews 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Yes, guys, or you could contact Matthew direct with this number here, 639-2663. That's 639-2663. Matthews 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Planning a tour? Well, definitely you guys need to check this out. Matthews 24-hour bus service and nature tour. Get there. Do not wait for next year. Definitely be back in the building with you guys. Hope you guys have a fantastic evening. You know how it goes already. So definitely we're going to kick off the show today with the interview that Amicia was on and Angie was on. And like I say, big up to Angie. I love how you deliver on this show. I'm not going to tell no lie. People, let me let you know from up front. A lot of things you guys don't know about Angie. Angie has been through so much in life. You understand? This is a strong and courageous woman. You understand? A powerful mother, a powerful wife, and a powerful friend of mine. I'm not going to tell no lie. You understand? And I want to let you guys know that look out. I soon going to get the chance to interview Angie on my show, whereby she's going to let you guys know a piece of her story. Because you know, since persons have been hearing Angie, a lot of persons have been running with all kind of thing, wondering why she's be so aggressive when it comes to certain foolishness when she call in. It's because of what she's been through. And you guys heard it also when she mentioned it. But I said that we are going to get her on this show, definitely to interview her, so she could share a piece of her life story with you guys. And I know it's going to be a help to a lot of females that been through the similar situation like she did, because I have a lot of females out there that been through what this woman have been through and never get a chance to say nothing or speak about it. And I know she's going to make every one of them come out of their shell. Because that's all people is want to see. One person do it and everybody's come out. So Angie, big up yourself. Your ratings tall over here. So, oh yeah, once again, for all of y'all getting Angie on your show, just remember is over here, say your boss. So you give me some flowers. I tell you, don't let me, give me some. Yeah, give me some flowers. I tell you, I don't bother Guyana like if I hear thing and Guyana. Because it's over here, say your boss first. You understand? Good. Anyway, you don't know the thing already over here, guys. Like I said, we got so much to take you through, so much to go through. But before we even start the show, y'all know I gotta go and drop the bar tune. Before we start the show, the 1st of September is election. So I can't hear so and start the party or start the show with a banger. I gotta be something. I want to all. I can't hear so and start the show with a banger. Want to your banner? Eh? Let me jump into the bad sound before the show start.
At the bezel from Ezel. Let me tell you this. When you're feeling under the pressure, vote for we invest in nation oath. All my sisters and all my brothers, 1st of September, do as you should. The we campaign, remove the cup. Only when party could come and make we live good. Remove the cup. We invest in nation oath. I tell you, everybody gon' come and live good. 1st of September we campaign, we vote to win. Everybody voted. We win it party. We invest in nation oath. At the bezel.
Somebody said pull up.
Let me tell you
Let me go.
When you're feeling under the pressure, vote for we invest in nation oath. All my sisters and all my brothers, 1st of September, do as you should. The we campaign, remove the cup. Only when party could come and make we live good. Remove the cup. We invest in nation oath. I tell you, everybody gon' come and live good. 1st of September we campaign, we vote to win. Everybody vote and we win it party. We invest in nation oath. We vote to win. Yeah, we vote and we win it party. We invest in nation oath. And we come with the over, winning and we winning and we winning the election. Yeah, we come with the over, winning and we winning and we winning the election. Yeah, we come with the over, winning and we winning and we winning the election. Yeah, we come with the over, winning and we winning and we winning the election. Boy, when you're feeling under the pressure, vote for we invest in nation oath. All of my sisters and all my brothers, September 1st, just do as you should. The we campaign, remove the cup. Only when party could come and make we live good. Remove the cup. 1st of September, come out and do the thing as you should. We invest in nation oath. Come out there, we campaign and celebrate. We vote in the winning party. We invest in nation oath. We vote to win. Yeah, we vote for the winning party. We invest in nation oath. Come out everybody, winning and we winning and we winning the election. Yeah, we come fit over, winning and we winning and we winning the election. September 1st.
September 1st, we give thanks to the Almighty God for all the good things and not the worst. September 1st. So make sure y'all go out and vote. You understand? Because we voting. You understand? We casting them out and we voting for the winning party. You see that point? We ain't got no time with some of them. Speak up everybody. I want to see somebody say, I like it. Somebody say, I like it. Remove the cup. Remove the cup. I like telling you, wrong ain't saying now. But anyway, time for me to get serious now. as we jump into the interview with Amicia and Angie. Not gonna tell no lie, guys. Yo, I'll tell you something. Wrong here, in normal. I telling you? So make sure you guys lock in. So let me jump into this now, guys. We get to hear how the show went. It was a powerful show. I'm not gonna tell no lie, guys. Very powerful show. So you don't know what's going on at this said moment here. So, okay? Let's jump into this. Quick and fast, guys.
Hello, how are you doing? Just because it's powerful, but because it's necessary. And in royal fashion, all the way from Guyana, help me welcome with reverence, honor, and global support, Amicia Simon, and the one who needs no further introduction, Angie. Welcome to No More Flinching Talk, Tell Your Story. All right, Amicia, hello, how are you doing?
Good. Trying, not 100%, but trying.
Yeah, right. Man, I am so honored that you took the moment, despite all of what you're going through, to show up today. My heart is with you and so many people all across the nation. So I really want to ask you, I know you have so many things going on right now and you're preparing for something very special on tomorrow. Can you just walk us through how you're feeling since the burial of your daughter?
To be honest, since the burial, I can't say I'm 100%. I'm in between lost, in between trying to figure out, asking myself like what if, or a lot of stuff. Sometimes I try to tell myself it is not real.
Yeah.
You know, many times you go into bed at night crying yourself to sleep because it is hard. This is hard. I don't even wish this. If I had an enemy, I don't even wish this on my enemy.
Wow.
Because my Adriana was just a sweet soul, sweet person. Especially when it comes to her brother and sister, you know, she taking care of them and ensuring that they're doing the right stuff for her. She's that kind of person. She likes cooking and baking, and when I'm home on my day off, I tell anybody, I never know when Gabriella and Steve come home from school, but when Adriana home, if I sleep in, she can come on bed and make sure I know she reach home. And we would just gaff. That was like my partner. You know, you gaff and these stuff. So it's hard. It's really hard. I cry myself to sleep many nights. Many nights. Many nights. And tomorrow is her graduation. I really just had wanted to just go and just uplift her certificate and come back because, you know, me being there and everybody else is there with their child for her graduation, and I had so much of plans with her for her graduation, and then she's in the top 10. She did well, and I don't have her. So I got to deal with that tomorrow.
I could not imagine, Amicia, the strength that it takes to come before us today to share that. We thank you. And I know I'm not just speaking for myself, but I'm speaking for plenty of people all around the world right now, because I'm looking at these comments and everybody is sharing condolences and sharing their heart. My eyes are watering up right now. It's amazing how your baby girl touched the world. And so we stand with you, Amicia.
Please like up the live, guys. Please hit the thumb button. Please hit the thumb button. Justice for Adriana. Justice for Adriana, guys. Come on, hit the thumb button for me, please.
And I know it's hard. I couldn't imagine what you're going through, but we thank you for showing up. Thank you for being strong. And Is there anything else that you would like to share on your heart right now?
Well, to be honest, I would just like to say I know there's a lot of people that is supporting me in all sorts of forms, and I would just like to say thank you because for persons, as much as there's a lot of people out there condemning and saying all sorts of stuff, there is more love than hate for me because there's a lot of people out there that's giving it, showing it, helping, and I'm forever grateful for that because nobody knows what I deal with when I'm home in this house by myself, or you know so I'm grateful for that, and I'm thankful for that.
And we are grateful for you. We are grateful for you. As I shared with you, I believe it was either yesterday or before, maybe, about how this whole situation came to me in a dream in 2023. I have prophetic dreams, and it's really unreal because I remember the night it happened. It was 3:30 in the morning, and I wept. I did not know who it was about. And I know that there's a reason that you're here today on this platform. So if you're listening, um, just make sure you tune in and make sure you stay the course of this broadcast because we're going to get into some things as soon as we excuse Amicia because she's already going through a lot. We do not want to badger her. But as we stated, there is a very important person who is on this broadcast right now. And right now, they will be voice only. Okay. It's somebody very special. As a matter of fact, Amicia, before you leave, I want you to do two things for me. Okay. I want
Okay.
you to, one, I want you to tell me what is no more flinching mean to you and how does that show up in your life? Because no more flinching is the foundation of this entire platform. And secondly, I would like for you to tell us how dear Angie is to you so the people can know the connection. Okay. So,
Yeah,
uh, yes.
well, I'm grateful to be a part of the No More Flinching. Uh, it at first, I try to control my emotions, but I'm glad that I'm able to say whatever little I can about my Adriana. And
So the girl getting me vexed.
for Angie, she's like a God sent angel for us. Left alone. We haven't known her. If it wasn't for Adriana and this whole situation we're going through, so love, lots of love from her and support, and yeah.
Yes, thank you so much, Amicia. Both of you are amazing women. I've enjoyed our dialogues and conversations over the last few days. I'm so grateful that we decided to come forward with this. And I know, like I said, I know it was not easy. None of this is easy. But thank you for standing strong. We stand with you, Amicia. And I
Yes.
hope you can feel that. So when you go back and you catch the replay, I want you to look at all of these comments, these beautiful, amazing comments of people rooting and sharing their love for you and their support. Okay. Anything, do
Yeah.
you have any final thoughts before I excuse you from this broadcast and we dive into this case?
Um, I would just encourage people to pray for my family. Pray with us that justice will be served someday for my daughter because she didn't deserve any of this. She didn't deserve
Mm.
any of this.
No, she did not. She absolutely did not. And I stand with you. We all stand with you. Amicia, thank you for coming on. And listen, a virtual hug right now, a virtual hug I'm giving you right now. And hopefully one day I might have the opportunity to see you one day. But like Michelle April, she said in the comments, we love you, Amicia, and we are praying for you and your family. I stand with that. I stand with that. Thank you for coming on, Amicia. And like I told you before we started today, if you ever want to come back and share anything else in another direction and go from another perspective, you are definitely welcome back. Just say the word, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy at this said moment here. Before we even jump into Angie part, you know, it's it's crazy. But definitely, you know, we could feel the pain from this female, from a mother, you know, and as we still on the topic, because like I said, we're not easing from talking about Adriana. For those persons who are already muted, for those persons who stopped talked, it's okay. But we're gonna keep it neutral all the time when it comes to Adriana. Condolence again to the family. I know, I miss you. This is something that you gotta live with for the rest of your life. You know what I mean? You know, is it? You get this girl, this you firstborn, you custom waking up 11 years. Seeing she do whatever she doing, from say she lay got hollering punch or whatever. That's saying, you know, little put she in place for groom shit to which she come became the day before her life was taken away from her. And to know that when you wake up and you're accustomed hearing she voice, if it's not she coming into the room and waking you and your husband up, her father up, or even you waking up and saying, Adriana, go and do this or bring this, or you know what I mean, it's something that you're accustomed doing. And knowing that when you wake up, you're accustomed seeing she or saying something on a particular time. You know, it's like when Vybz Kartel came out. I'm a big Vybz Kartel fan, so when I talk about you want to get vexed, this is your business. It's like when Vybz Kartel came out, he said that, oh, yo, the shock is I'm using him as a term into what Amicia has to go through. Vybz Kartel said that, oh, he still goes through the shock. That was like 2 months to 3 months after releasing from prison. He said he still go through the shock, whereby they got times he would hear like when the warder come in, or he would hear like when the keys with the warder them got shaking, or he would hear when the warder using a button and rubbing it on the wall or whatever, or saying lights out. You know what I mean? When certain time meet, when he accustomed spending the 12 years in prison, every time 6 o'clock reach, light turn off, 6 o'clock reach, light come on in the morning. Them is the things that he had to live with for a couple of months well before it ease off. You understand? So I know what Amicia is going through every morning. She wake up and she accustomed seeing she that on, and she wake up and she ain't seeing the girl. It's stress, it's headache. You think there's anything easy? That's not nothing easy. So I feel the pain all the time. Like somebody did comment and say she feel the pain. They feel the pain on Amicia, you know? The traumatized is like, it's crazy, bro. And like she say, you know, you won't wish upon even your enemy because a child. You won't wish upon your enemy for them go through with it. You know what I mean? If you wish upon them, this is one thing, but the child, this is why I call it, she know what she said, you know, she won't wish them to go through because, you know, King's son. You understand? On a real life level. So here we're going on now. Let me jump into the part now with Angie, my powerful friend, my powerful sister from my next mother. Let me get this part here now, guys. Y'all don't know it. Go make sure y'all like up the live. Please like up the live. Okay?
All right. So before we take this into another direction, before I bring Angie to the forefront, before we dive off into this case, okay, let me just make this very, very clear. We decided that it would be best to excuse Amicia from rehashing everything that has to do with this case. Because like one of my friends, Cyrus Webb, said, it's time for the gloves to come off. So that's exactly what we intend to do. I'm so grateful that we have Amicia Angie, who was very, very close and dear. You heard Amicia say it, who Angie is to her. Very, very powerful. So we're getting ready to go into what happened on April 23rd and before. But before I unmute Angie, I want to set the stage just a little bit when it comes to the Doubleday. I want to draw your attention to something deeper, something chilling. Doubleday, the name alone carries weight. But have you ever heard of an eerie Doubleday? It's a psychological phenomenon where something familiar appears. It's duplicated, but it's twisted, like reality fractured, like a doppelganger of the day you thought you were living. It's unsettling, mysterious, and often signals that something's very wrong beneath the surface.
Okay.
Stay with me. That's what we're dealing here with right now. The Doubleday Hotel, known by many locals as a place that you wouldn't dare take your children, became the last known location of 11-year-old Adriana Young. But this wasn't just a hotel visit. What happened here has the makings of a carefully orchestrated setup. And tonight, we unpack it all. Let's define Doubleday, a term with no common...
Now this is, guys, this got me puzzled, because what happened, right? What really happened is that the detective break down the meaning of Doubleday Hotel. This is totally insane. This is totally remarkable what this female has done here. Now when you hear how she really break down Doubleday, the meaning of Doubleday Hotel is going to leave you shocked. It's going to leave you surprised. Because why? These people them name their business place upon the sacrificial works that they do at the place or at the property. Okay, guys? Take a listen as she break down what is the meaning of Doubleday. This is nuts.
Meaning until you feel it. With paired with eerie, it speaks of duplication cloaked in discomfort, a place where something was made to look normal but never was. Locally, people warn others, don't take your child to Doubleday. Why not? What did they know? Who ignored the warnings? Now ask yourself, who orchestrated Adriana's presence there? So at this time, I'm going to unmute Angie. And Angie, we're just going to start from the top, and then we'll go through different parts of the day, things that we want to discuss. And let's just start from how did Adriana, to the best of your knowledge, even get to the Doubleday Hotel that day?
Okay, hi, good
Take it away, my big sister Angie. Angie!
evening, Carleta. Thank you for having me.
Good evening. Well, welcome. I'm so glad
Guys, you see what I said? I didn't even know it was Angie with this voice that she had. Damn.
that you're here.
Oh,
To my sister Angie checking in, logging and watching the show right now. Good night to you and the entire family, sweetie.
likewise, thank you. First of all, I was told by Amicia and Sir Brian. Sir Brian mom had asked for the children to go out with her. That was after Easter. However, Sir Brian denied. He did not want the children to go. He was not feeling well on that day. Amicia was already at work. So even though Sir Brian denied, his mother in return turned and called Amicia while she was at work, asking her if it's okay, she would like the children to come with her. They're going out for, she said, at the beach. She said the children can walk with change of clothing in case if they go swimming. So Amicia did not know that the mother had already asked Sir Brian, and he said no. So Amicia told her, okay, sure, let them go ahead. However, at no point in time did the mother, Sir Brian's mother, ever mention to Amicia that she was going to take these children to the Doubleday Hotel. If she had mentioned that, Amicia was going to tell her no, knowing the fact that they all living across the river there, they all know the history of Doubleday Hotel, she was not going to be okay with that. But now that everything happened, we all now clearly aware that the mother, when she asked for these children to go by her, that is straight where she took them. She lied about when to the first place and the pool was expensive. It was expensive to go in. That was a lie. So it was directly Doubleday Hotel. She was going with these kids and she had known that all along.
Wow. And I know what you're saying is actually.
Now let me take a pause there for a bit, guys. That's kind of crazy, right? You understand? That's kind of crazy because remember I told you guys when I heard it from the family members. Now hearing it clearly. Sir Brian didn't want his kids to go nowhere the day. They asked Sir Brian, because I thinking to myself, because how I put it in my terminology, I thinking that sad man came from work, as I hear he's a conductor, he come from work, he tired, he lie down and he take knockout. So obviously, when the grandmother end up and the kids them roll out, because me know that how person the asks for the kids, well, obviously that have to happen. So I wasn't thinking like that, but I was thinking about, yeah. I'm saying to myself, like, you know, she just pop up just and say, okay, now we're going to the pool. If the girl could come, knowing that, or didn't, or should we say, did not knowing that the grandmother and the family don't have this kind of connection, you understand? You understand? Did not knowing that the grandmother and Amicia and Sir Brian wasn't seen eye to eye. All the time I think everything all bright and beautiful. So I wasn't thinking like that. I went saying to myself that I feel that she just pop up and ask for them to go out. So she got the okay from the mother. And this what happened because hearing that they was calling the father after she went missing and didn't get an auntie, I said, well, okay, must the mother give the okay. But now we're hearing clearly again that the grandmother did reach out to the father. The father make it clear that he doesn't want the kids to go nowhere. So from the first instant, they already know about the Doubleday Hotel swimming pool hangout. Like Angie said, the $3,000 place they're talking about that they went and they was charging $3,000 a band for a person, kid, adult and kid, lie. That's why I saying to myself, I was like, come on, you know, this ain't add up. You trying to tell me from the grandmother, the auntie, the sister, you see me? The mother and the father hearing all of these rascal things were going on, excuse me, these things were going on at Doubleday Hotel, and they gonna still send them child there? I went saying to myself something in that, you know. I went saying the baby. Yeah. But I was saying the same thing too. I know that. Did you see? I was saying that. I said something in add up. If Doubleday Hotel has a stigma, yeah, a stigma of people dying there, why would you send your child there? That's what I was saying, but you hear now? Then them come with this thing after the auntie went talking at the funeral and she must have said that how Adriana was happy to go at Doubleday Hotel. I don't know if it slipped from she or she forget or wherever is it, but then I asked the mother, because we was on a phone call, I said, Monsieur, where's that? And Monsieur said the same thing what Angie saying. That them asked the father without asking the mother. Well, they asked the father because the mother wasn't around. She was at work. So she know nothing going on. She know, so Brian said, no, me want me child go there. You're crazy? What me do? She know though. So she end up now, the grandmother call the mother behind the father back. Ask the mother don't know well, you know. Controversy between the family, but when it comes to the children them, there's one thing I know. Yeah. That's one thing I know. If me and an individual, an adult, have out a problem, we have a problem, I'm not going to involve their kids or my kids. If I see the kids them have a relationship between each other, and then just to drive me and the mother and father get around, I'm not going to try to stop my child from talking to them, to the kids. If they want to do that, they could do that. But me think different. I got to talk to you just now when I don't know. But if they want to do that, they could do that. Okay? This is how me thing go. So I could understand when Amicia allow Adriana to go with the grandmother because she wasn't thinking in no kind of way, you know what I mean, that she want to bring the kids them between each other. But not knowing that Sir Brian done said, no, I don't want my daughter to go away. It's crazy. This will show you this woman wicked. The father don't say no, but you gone behind the mother back. Behind the father back, sorry, to the mother. This fear. This is why we see Sir Brian come out and say nothing, because I know Sir Brian hurt. I would be hurt too, for know this me more than this what me mother do. I would have left speechless, bro. It would have hurt me to come out and even blaspheme me, my own mother. So I could understand if me dog ain't come out and say nothing upon the part with his mom, and I only hearing it from the auntie or the child mother, this Adriana mother. It's crazy. Let me jump back into this. Let me jump back into the video again, definitely, guys. Yo, this is mad. There we go.
Factual, it's not hearsay, because Amicia also made that very clear to me. Thank you, Angie, for clearing that up in case there was any confusion about the presence of Adriana being at the Doubleday Hotel. It was never permitted. It was never approved. As a matter of fact, it was denied. Yet she still wound up at the Doubleday against her parents' wishes. Wow. All right, Angie, what's next? Talk to us about what's next, or the biggest thing that sticks out to you in this case.
Oh, wow. I don't know where to begin. It's a lot of things sticks out to me.
Let's start from the top. Let's kind of start from the top of the day. We know now, we just, unpacked how Adriana got to the Doubleday, right? By some trickery, because it's just what it is, trickery. If a parent tells you, do not take my child there, and then you go to another parent to get approval, and the parent does not know what's going on with the other, then you're intentionally putting that child in harm's way, because you've already had a no, right? So now let's get to the Doubleday, and let's start at the top of the day and just kind of walk through the day on whatever points that you would feel comfortable with sharing.
Okay, what sticks out to me? First and foremost, if you're going to take someone, child or children, first of all, I must say this, it is sad that this grandmother took 3 children and only returned 2. That alone in itself is heartbreaking.
Okay.
Now, you take these children there as a grandmother. Your duty is to protect these children, whether or not they can or cannot swim. In a case with Adriana, I want to make it clear, Adriana is a swimmer. She could have swum. Right? So for the fact that we are hearing about drowning, that's wrong. I'm going to start from the beginning of what sticks out to me, really. Now, there is a child went missing in an establishment. The police has been called in. The first thing that is mind-bothering, when Sabrina was called to the hotel, his mother, as he arrived there, his mother came passed him with a police officer and entered the building. The mother never said at any time, oh, let me stop and say, let my son know I'm sorry, or run to him, hug him, cry. Or, a true grandmother.
No, but what I say now, chat, right? Upon hearing what Angie said there, when she passed his son with the police, even if not hugging your son and saying sorry or whatever, you wouldn't even say, son, let me go down and search this child. That means you go in there. Don't bother with the daughter. Don't bother with nobody else. Grab your son's hand and say, let me go in there together. But she went in there with the officer alone. Are you trying to tell me fingers ain't supposed to point in? Fingers are not supposed to point in, bro. Put aside hugging or saying sorry. You couldn't say, let me go together. Because I don't know I mess up. I don't know from since I collect this child, her life and her safety is in my care. Anything happen to her, I need to be whole accountable for. So you don't hug you up, say sorry. You don't say forgive me nothing. And you don't even collect your hand and say let me go together inside of this hotel. Nah, this is cruel. This a mother who ain't got no love or no heart by. Let me continue.
Will be tearing up. A grandmother will be like going to her son like distraught. Like, I'm sorry, my son. Oh my God, I can't find your daughter. Take him in the building with you. While you and the police officer alone, you're passing your son like when someone pass exam, like you don't even know who he is, and you enter the building with this police officer. Mind you, this is this man's child. You enter the building. The police officers, they were there to protect the building. Not looking at the fact, well, we are dealing with a missing person here. And when we speak of missing person, we are speaking of a child, not an adult, a child.
Right.
It was business as usual. At one point, someone even pulled a gun at Sir Brian. So it's like,
yeah, there's all the people them stay. That's how cruel. You know what I mean, viewers and subscribers? We soon open the phone line. Don't worry. This phone line soon open. Cause we got to hear from we people them. Y'all know we got to hear from you guys. So the phone line soon open. But all of that happen. The people them want him man go and look for that and then pull gun pony. Here's where we're at. Angie, tag the things, yeah, Angie. Tag the things, Angie.
Instead of you said
man
to the parent, okay, come with me. Let us get to the manager for this building. Let us shut this building down. Let us cart off this pool. Let everyone else come out of this pool. By the pool, always have a pool stick. There was a swimming instructor there. Mind you, I have heard the hotel owner's son came out and said, oh, they just checked the shallow part. That's nonsense. A swimming instructor is gonna check the entire pool.
Right.
It does not make sense to me.
It does.
Right? Now, police officer.
Talk, Angie, talk.
Entire pool,
Run your mouth, Angie.
Whatever. He claimed that when the mother said to the instructor that Adriana can swim, the instructor said, okay, no time for search the pool if the child can swim. Now, if the picture that you're pointing there, as a grandmother, look how many family members are there.
Right.
You took Adriana, not only Adriana, you took her brother, you took her sister, you took other children with you all. Why are you turning your back? And I'm going to go a little further and judge a little here. You had already know what was going on. So you already present yourself in a way, in case if it happened, to say, oh, I was sitting in this direction. I didn't see.
And so, Angie, one moment, I'm gonna interject right here. So even not knowing anyone in this picture, okay, the minute I saw this this image, my very first thoughts when I first saw it, someone asked me to take a look at this case due to my experience as a former homicide and child protection detective. And the very first thing that I noticed was that any mother, any grandmother, any mother figure, any babysitter for that matter, who has children that they're watching or monitoring or brought with them at a pool, right, would not simply at any point in time turn their back on those babies, even
Correct.
if they don't even know those children. So that was very alarming, and you're
And you
very
see,
right.
you see, shout out to all of my subscribers in the daily, right? Shout out to everybody that definitely been rocking with me ever since the Adriana case. All these things with these people I'm talking about right now, Angie, and the detective, the former detective lady speaking about, I said the same thing. This will show you that how is common sense in a big up lifestyle. Common sense. Here is so obvious is what? Common sense. We know you got knowledge, we got common sense. And that is what I was saying. Why would you turn your back despite drinking or no drinking? Why would you do that? Why? Your responsibility, you're responsible. You understand? Bless you. You are responsible for Adriana life. Yeah. You are responsible for Adriana's life. Why would you turn your back? You're supposed to watching the girl with 6 eyes, way younger. Just create 4 more. But no, you drinking, you jolly, you ain't got no time. Then let me come back, like I said, right? I'm not gonna pressure you with that. I'm not gonna pressure the grandmother so much with having her eyes on the kids. Here why I'm not gonna pressure she so much, because it's common sense. If I take my child or anybody, kids, or even myself to a building, a hotel, a dance, not dance, I can't carry children there, a game place or a game shop, any outing whereby when it comes to me safety and my kids, my grandkids, whoever I carry the safety, I supposed to be well comfortable knowing that there are things in place, there are safety measures that is in place whereby my kids are going to be safe. Even if they got times me, my wife take these kids to them game house whereby they got bouncing, sliding down game, all kind of things them got. And I would left my daughter to go and play. I will let me son go and run and do the thing. We got a stable place in no part. I there part, I could see them, so I allow them. I can turn and talk to my wife, me and she thing, but I know they're safe, but I can keep an eye. So this is why I'm saying, you're supposed to feel comfortable when you're going to places like these, whereby you shouldn't be worrying if your child can get kidnapped, if your child can get abducted, if somebody can lash your child in them head at the pool or at the hotel. You know what I mean? You're supposed to be safe. So I could understand if she was, turn her back for a few seconds. And so I'm not going to pressure so much. I'm still going to put the blame on Doubleday Hotel because they're supposed to have safety measures in place. Now when you got a sign at the swimming pool saying swim at your own measure or swim at your own risk, what freaking stupidness is though? I supposed to feel comfortable with my child there because safety measures are in place. So I'm not going to pressure you too much upon that. But still, you still is going to get blame and you're going to get hammer from me because we know for a fact you didn't know what you're doing. All the time the grandmother didn't know what she went doing. It was already set like that, orchestrated like that, planned like that. So that's why she was not showing nothing like she really watching because it done set. Then sad man they here say with the towel, watching she. Let me jump back into this.
Right. That was one of the first things that anyone with a pair of eyes would be able to notice. And especially the time, because if I'm not mistaken, the time of this photograph is near closely to the time that Adriana went missing.
Correct. But if you look at the picture closely, the person in the blue, Sobrian mom, that was sitting, she was facing where the children were at in the pool. So if the grandmother did not see, somebody see something.
Somebody saw something.
Why didn't they, all the entire family who was there? Because we're not looking about family anymore. We're looking at the loss, a death of a child.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I am definitely seeing the same thing that you're seeing when it comes to that. That is, there's no way around somebody saw something. Now, walk us through basically what happened next. I know that there is footage out there. Someone was asking about, has anyone seen Adriana? She's now missing. And then you had already spoke about it earlier, about how the parents were on their way to the Doubleday and the grandmother is walking in with police showing no sympathy that the child has been lost.
Correct.
And
Not only that, even to Sobrian mother and other family members before Sobrian got there were persons who already told Amicia had already called some of her workmates and colleagues to go there before she got there. And they all overheard Sobrian mother and other family members saying if Sobrian come and started to behave stupid, they're gonna put a sound trashing on him. Now make it make sense. Y'all cannot find this man child. You expect him to
calm down? No. It should be very highly understood that there is no calm down when your child is missing at the very place that she went missing.
Correct.
So,
also, there was Doubleday hotel owner's son was standing outside of the pool with a phone in his hand, a towel over his shoulder. My assumption of when I saw Adriana came out of the pool and her face had that discoloration, my assumption was that apparently the towel that he had over his shoulder, at the back of that towel, had some form of chemical, chlorine or some sort. So when she was called out by Stefan, and I'm not gonna say allegedly, because the child said she heard and saw when Stefan called Adriana out of the pool. So when she was called, when Adriana was called out and led by Stefan, to our killer, maybe that's what he put over her face to block her out.
that is horrible, and it really aligns. And I love the way that you said that you're not even going to say allegedly that he called, because a lot of people will try to play on, well, you can't prove this and you can't prove that. When you have a baby and a child, a teenager who is asked a question, what did you see? That child had no incentive to fabricate a story. So as soon as that baby, to my research and knowledge, as soon as that baby released that Stefan was the one who beckoned Adriana to come to him. And I stated in one of my earlier videos, when I first put eyes on the case, I could tell that she had been lured by somebody. Unfortunately, that person that she was lured by was her own family. And then pops a gag order by way of the grandmama immediately afterwards. Can you tell us more about that?
Okay, well, she can't pop the gag order any longer because the woman is in custody of her child now. So she cannot pop the gag order any longer. So Let's see where that goes. However, there was a secret meeting, and if this has been was thoroughly investigated, the police was going to know there was a secret meeting between Stefan, his Brian mom, and the lady with the broad gray hat that was there, that was trying to chant over Adriana's body the day before the incident. Now, after the incident, Mr. Stefan went into the car, as he was saying, he was so confused. And God have a way of exposing people, because I did not see a gun to his head. I did not see a knife at his throat, but these are words verbatim from Stefan. First, he was saying, pretending in the car as, oh, so Brian's daughter went missing, my little cousin went missing, and we can't even find a body. Now, excuse me, we are talking about a missing person. What type of a body are you talking about? Did you know that there was going to be a body?
Now, Angie, while you're right there, let's go ahead and take like a little intermission, and let's play this video. If you would, audience, turn your attention to this. It's a very quick video. It's less than 30 seconds, but we're going to play it, and then we're going to expound on that. One moment.
Little cousin get carried away, when if she get kidnapped, or what really going on with she, Jay. So Brian, my cousin, that says 1:30 today, she disappeared. Up to now, we ain't finding she. We ain't finding she body or nothing. We ain't finding she body or nothing. We ain't finding she, we ain't finding
we ain't finding she body or nothing. You know what I mean? We ain't finding she neither she body. You know, you could have said we ain't finding she, but like he don't know she dead or she gonna die. You know what I mean? At this said moment there, you done saying that, oh, we ain't find she or we ain't find she body. Normally you won't hear no normal human being that is innocent, ain't no nothing, or not in nothing, saying that we ain't find she or we ain't find she body. Like you gonna jump to the conclusion right away, like we ain't find she body. At this said moment there, me never want to think that she dead. All I thinking about, God like find she alive. So I'm gonna keep it positive. I know we ain't find she. I don't know if she alive or dead. I know we haven't found my cousin. I don't know if she's alive or she die. We know we're going to call, we ain't find she. I like don't know you could get a slide. But for say we ain't find she body. You don't jump into body. You're not saying I don't even know if she alive or she dead right now. I wondering, me head hot and I don't know what going on with me little cousin. I don't know if she alive or she dead or she, you know what I mean? In a way like no. But you won't jump to we ain't find she or we never find she body. Then I got a part in the video whereby me know if it's the video, the whole video guy when he saw it out. He said something else than finding she body. I can't remember his weed he said. But he ended up making assumption also within the video there. But let me stick to this one for now. You don't sell out yourself there, Stefan. Real thing.
Okay. As you just
we're gonna touch a few more minutes and then we're gonna jump into some ads, then we're gonna go into open the phone lines.
heard, Angie was making reference to the cousin. The same day that Adriana went missing. We're not talking the next day. We're talking the exact same day. He's saying we didn't find a body or nothing. So what doesn't make sense is that you are already advanced. It's like you're ahead of yourself. And this is what I say all the time. When it comes to cases like this, a person, the body wants to tell the truth. Like anybody who's rehashing or talking about something, the truth freely comes out. The truth needs no help. But when a liar, a person who has partaken in crime, they're trying to hold the truth in. And when they start talking, sometimes things just start popping out of their mouth. The truth is trying to come out. He's trying to say, we haven't found her, but some kind of way, we didn't find no body or nothing. We didn't find no body, not nobody, but no body. Why would we be talking about a body on the day that this precious baby went missing?
What Just don't say? Y'all see, right? Y'all see. At that day there, I'm not going to be implicating in my mind. I'm not going to have no negative thinking that she's dead. I don't know if she's alive or she's dead. There's how I'm going to thinking. I don't know what's going on at the said moment there. Because if my child get kidnapped, abducted, missing, those are the two things I'm going to be running through my head. Those are the two things I'm going to be thinking about. If she's alive or if she's dead. I'm not going to say, well, I want, me never find me daughter dead body. Like, you jump to dead conclusion just to dry. It's like, come on, bro. On the day that she's missing.
Angie?
Well, you have to talk about a body because what was actually put in the public to deal with, get ready for a recovery of a body. But maybe the public did not read into what he was actually saying. Also, I'm going to go a little further of another thing Stefan did. Stefan was the first person to go live and start saying stuff like, them little girls with them boyfriend. Next, the police came out with a statement stating that this.
There's it. Thank you, Angie. Thank you very much for saying. That's the next thing he said. How you gonna go and tell the boyfriend? A 11-year-old? What you know about what a boyfriend? When I hear that from Tad man, I said, what? Boyfriend? Nah, that's crazy.
Saw Adriana went into a SUV of some Orlando guy, right?
Right.
Stefan also pretend. Now, mind you, Stefan was a DJ at this place, was working at Dede Hotel, used to DJ there. Now, if you were DJing at a place for so long, you meant to tell me you don't really know certain parts of this place? Because when he exited his vehicle, Stefan is pretending that he don't know what the name was called, Skyliner or something. There was a person standby, had to let him know what the name of the place called. And he's like, oh, yeah. It's like if he's pretending, putting himself, he don't want the public to know that, okay, I used to be here. I know what's going on because I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. But Stefan was working there before. Stefan knows the hotel owner's son personally. He knows what this family does personally. So whatever bargain that's got to make before a country sell. That's what we normally send the Caribbean. Right? Now, he had to know, this man apparently said, oh, maybe we need a sacrifice, because there's a calendar that was found with how many more sacrificial work they had wanted to get done. So he is claiming that, oh, we need, probably the hotel owner said to him, we need an 11-year-old virgin to sacrifice whatever. And the fittest person, Stefan decided to choose to give Adriana. She's 11 and she was a virgin, right? Now, when the crowd was there was a blue suitcase that was about to exit the building. Who was close up to that suitcase? All the family members were away. Now, if you were that close and you saw a police officer does not have on his body camera, let's just give him the benefit.
Bam, 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 bam. Angie. Oi, red lad. Angie, they in the detective world or what, man? Wait, man, Angie, you knock the hammer right there, bang in the tail, right? Real, you know, within watching the video and within reacting, back them time when we watching the video, this is why I was trying to get, those are the words I was trying to get out of my mouth to see, but it wasn't coming out. Angie, you said the right thing there. You said the right thing. If Stefan really was an equal rights and justice fighter, and he didn't had anything to do with Adriana missing, he see when the police officer put on back his body cam, why you didn't raise an alarm? Why you didn't bad up? I said, why you camera down? We are going on in there. This is what Adriana in there. Are you open his suitcase? What in there? You know what I mean? Right away is getting bad. Right away plug out. I don't care taking lock up the fake in there. You ain't seen none of them from Stefan. Stefan wiping his hand like he come for collect a fuck. Sorry. All feelings, all fire, all. Don't get dark. Sorry. Try to hold my composure. He wiping his hand like he collecting his 100,000 cash grant. He wiping his hand like he come for collect 2 million. Yeah, he come for collect some prize. Right away, going on bad. Kick down suitcase, Adriana got for cut. Yo, bro, yo. This will show you that he got something for don't me go, but he had nothing. He got something to do with that. You see when the man put on back his body cam, you raise no alarm. You wiping your hand, like he's sweating his palms. There's almost guys that, or persons that sweat in their palms is be like, you know, they would be wiping their hand like that. You come for collect a prize. Now, Stefan, you don't sell yourself out, bro. And even if I know you're on a DJ level, I'm telling you this, even if you watch the video, me ain't got nothing against you. But you got something to do with this, bro. Your actions are showing it. Your actions are defining your presence within this whole sacrificial thing that happened against Adriana and the murder of this little girl. Yeah, bro. Straight big up yourself, Angie. Thanks again.
Of the doubt that he did not saw that at the moment. You cannot tell me he did not saw when the man was putting on that body camera back on to ask question, officer, why did you do that? Why did you take off your body camera?
Angie, is you Haitian, man? Like you reading me brains or is I reading you? And is which one I just
or say something, right? Why didn't he say something to that man? Why didn't he draw attention and say, excuse me, what's in the blue suitcase? I need to see what's in the blue suitcase. Nothing, did not draw attention. All he stood there, and if you see
run your mouth chatty you Guyana.
See that video, you will see his body language. Body language speaks a lot. You could see Stefan was in cold sweat, right? Stefan is like wiping his forehead, wiping his arms on his palm. So let me guess, was it Adriana in that suitcase? Because it was a big enough suitcase to hold a body of a child.
Definitely, she could have fit in there comfortably. We hear a lot about the grandmother and Stefan. Not much is being said about Boajinar, or whatever he name. I'm quite aware of what what Carletta Pearl is doing here, but what about Bola? Yeah, we don't know what going on. Alikak, we don't. Bola is always in this picture. Despite what we talking about Stefan, despite what we talking about whatever, Bola is always in the picture. We ain't forget about Bola. Bola or whatever he name. We ain't forget about he. Don't feel like you mightn't hear we talking about he as much. He done that on he picture, done that on the investigating board that we got. He come off of the board. When he come off the board, then we'd stop talking about he. But he there on the board. Not because in here we talking about he. He don't get whole accountable for the sacrificial. We don't know going on with he. What we doing now is breaking down the fine points to how it reached to he. Because I remember now, he said that how the truth, when the people them hear the truth or whatever so it got me in a position like the truth. What I mean, the truth. So that simply brings something to me mind, and me thinking, saying to myself that I feel like this man is not the man that come up with the idea. The idea was brought to him. This is how I got it. This is how I do my little maths, subtraction and addition and division. And this is why I come up with me calculation. From he saying that all the truth, people gonna know the truth, and people gonna hear the truth, or wherever the truth gonna come out. It put me in a compromised position thinking that this whole murder, this whole sacrificial thing, he wasn't the man, was the mastermind behind it. Is the grandmother must be. Had to be the mastermind behind it. That bring the to Double Day Hotel like, yo, we don't know this is what you do. We got a young one. And like I told you guys, I got 3 pages that I submitted from a TikToker, whereby it shows the month, the date of sacrifice, or the month and the date that they do sacrifice, like the 12th, the 13th, the 14th, and them kind of thing. July, August. I got that on my Facebook page. I'm going to post it up on Let's Start the Thing Facebook page. I'm going to share it over there, but I have 3 pages whereby they're showing that the time, the day, the date, and the month that they do their sacrifice. It's like a book. They got 3 pages out of the book. It's not the whole book I saw. And Adriana, when she was missing on the 23rd, the 23rd is when? April? Is it 23rd? Somebody in the chat, please enlighten me. I know it's the 23rd. The 23rd. Was it the 23rd of April when she was missing? Because on that same page, April month is a sacrificial month for these people. Somebody say yes. Okay. So on that page, I'm going to show you the page just in a few minutes. That April month, I don't know the exact date. The 23rd was on the page. I can't remember right now. But the month, April month, was on the page. The 24th she get fined. But the 23rd is when she went missing. Right? The 23rd is when she went missing. But the 24th is when her body was found. So that's what I'm telling you. I got 3 pages that I saw on the internet that I submitted to my channel, whereby the 23rd of April is a sacrifice or sacrificial month and date that these people that does sacrifice people on that same day. That's why from ever since it started in this whole thing, I was telling y'all, sacrifice don't happen just so. They got to be a strategic time, date, year, or something whereby when them is do this thing. It just don't happen just so. It's a rules and regulation when it comes to these things. Everything got rules and regulation. Don't the devil got rules and regulation just like how God got rules and regulation within his settings? The devil got rules and regulation how he thinks supposed to go. Excuse the co-host. So it's just like that. Let me go back into the video. Bye, wrong. He's normal tonight.
And was Stefan the person to get rid of that body? In case if he has been flying the road with speed and any police officer stopped him, all he can simply say, oh, my cousin missing at the old hotel I'm trying to see because the police said she went with Orlando. I'm going in search of Orlando. Why didn't you say anything about that suitcase? Why were you so close? Another thing that really mind-bothering to me is the fact of when Stefan decided to say, everything is so confused right now. We have to make it and put it and fix it and make it look like a crime. That alone in itself should have had Stefan in jail, or at least, you know, waiting for a trial. Those words alone. And I cannot understand, for crying out loud.
No, man. Alika, glad to tell you something, right? Bole is always going to be whole accountable because you know why? It's at his place Adriana was missing. So we don't have to keep talking about Bole all the time. Whenever we talk about Adriana getting missing in the pool or in the hotel, Bole name comes under that. Because who is the owner for the hotel? Bole, though. So that's what we're talking about. Even if we don't mention about him, because we did mention about him just now, with the towel and all them thing in the picture. But even if we don't mention about him 1 and 2 times, when we talk about Doubleday Hotel, we're speaking about him. So there's nothing could change or happen if we don't, if we talk about the owner 1 or 2 times. He's going to be mentioned. But there's just certain strategic stuff, more deeper stuff that we're getting acquainted with. But don't mean we leave him off of the hook. No.
This is so heart-wrenching. This is so, like, upsetting to see that this is a child. I don't know these police officers. I do not know if they have children. But I would like to ask the viewers to just imagine in your mind for a second that you are outside. Place these parents in your shoes. You are outside. The law is supposed to be to serve and protect. And here you're outside of a building. Only God and his heaven throne know how much this child beg, how much this child scream for her.
Yeah, man, Leroy Smith too. Yeah, we ain't forget about none of them.
Parents, how much this child, you know, like weep, or nobody know, because Adriana was a child of God. Nobody know if she was calling upon God. Nobody knows.
You know, person said money pass for that child murder. Both him and the grandmother. I mean, Stefan and the grandmother.
The last word of this child. What a day! What was supposed to turn out to be a day of fun, turned out to be a day of horror that Adriana brains or our memories cannot share it with us. What a transpired. But just imagine or fathom for a second that you're outside of the building. Have you ever go into a hospital and stand there and they have this live machine on a person and you're watching at the monitor and you know what you're seeing and hearing on that monitor, that you know what, as that line kept going down, as that song kept ticking, and no more recovery for that your loved one on that bed. Just imagine that you're outside of a building and here your child is inside of a building. You're that close, but yet so far. And you don't know, you cannot go to her. You cannot save her. You can do nothing to help her be alive today. and the president for the country is saying that he's leaving this up for the politicians. Is this man a fool? The last time I checked, he's a president. And how did you become a president? Didn't you have to run for politics? Aren't you part of the politicians?
Well, man, you said so much, Angie, and as we are unpacking layer after layer after layer, I really appreciate your openness. Just going back to all of the people, all of the parties surrounding that blue suitcase, which clearly it looks as if they were trying to get that blue suitcase out to where they wanted it to go. But that circle of people, there was a crowd outside that was demanding to know where this baby was and not leaving until she was found. And it appeared that they wanted to get this suitcase out, but they couldn't take the risk. And as you can
pause it there for a moment. Nobody can tell me that Adriana wasn't in the case. Nobody can tell me that Adriana was not in that suitcase. Adriana was in the suitcase. You understand? Real talk. Because remember, they tried all kind of things for get Adriana out. For get the body from out to the compound, out to the building. Because remember, them don't pin this thing or try to pin this thing on a taxi driver. So the only alternative left was for them to get her out the building, lock up the driver, and then the driver would get pinning something he don't know. You understand? So Adriana was in the suitcase. If them to get a suitcase out, they would have put Adriana in some gully or some trench and said this man killed this girl. And this man would have gone in Camp Street prison for something we didn't even know. Because the amount of faking people with in jail right now for what they didn't even do. A lot of persons are incarcerated because a crime was pinned on them. Yeah, I'm telling you. So I know for a fact, Adriana was in the suitcase. And I just vex if Stefan when they, like the father didn't dead or nobody else didn't dead, because I know for a fact things would get on bad. Jesus. Things would get on bad. No joke. Let me open the phone lines now for a few minutes. You know what I mean? And hear what some persons really got to say, man. Phone lines are open, guys. Hello, good night. We're going to open the phone lines for a few minutes, and then you don't know the thing already. Is that? Let me see if we could. Let me see if we can hear. Hello? Hold on. You don't connect us yet. Hold on, I call you back. All right, good. You ready to know? Hello, good night.
Yeah, you hear me now?
Yeah, man, you're clear now, yeah.
I warn you about this grandmother.
Real thing.
Well, what I learn about how I know that this grandmother is not responsible? Because I listened to every little skit that went through. First, she admitted that she was the father. Then now the other fault is every walking with the policeman didn't know the little girl father, so she should have stopped and said, officer, this is the father. Then they would have walked in. But if you go back to when they was outside looking to view the neighbor camera, everybody emotional. She just stand up there, the water coming down. She even like how she hand on she stomach to say, yeah, your belly hurt you and nothing so. And then you gotta take what the guy say at 2 points. Where he say about the body, he could be meaning that you're gonna look for a body but you will never find it. You understand? So we are asked to, and the responsible grandmother would have gone, when you carry grandchildren to the sea, you just going with them that they won't drown there, even if they could swim, and say, well, this person don't go too far out, so she should have been in the pool with all of them children, so she would have seen Adriana missing. So that was she first weak point. You morning food and turning back. Further we gone, further we going in, cause it deep and it is still water. So she was I telling about she from morning and the boy didn't believe me. The woman wicked. That's my point for the night.
Thank you, man. Yeah, man. This is how we doing
All
it.
right.
Straight up. Yeah, man. Straight up. Phone lines are open, guys. Let me know what's your thoughts on this as we replenish and we rephrase the whole thing. You know what I mean? 'Cause like we said, justice for Adriana. And we know for a fact that Adriana went in a case. We know for a fact at this point that the grandmother and Stefan had something to do with this murder. But I saying to myself, and I'm going to stick on what I'm saying, because everything that I sticked on and stand 10 toes on came out to be right. And I'm saying, as Double D Hotel said, the truth gonna come out. I think that he was not the mastermind behind Adriana. He was confronted with the offer. I was wrong the time. He said, okay. That's my take. Hello, good night.
Rastaman, greetings.
Yes, I respect.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, man, they're good.
Rasta,
Yeah, man.
that was premeditated. Situation,
Straight.
everything that transpired there was premeditated. Okay? As I first listened to that news, okay? When the grandmother said that she went over there with the kids, I was like, I know you live in that area or close by. You must have heard the things about this hotel.
Yes. Yes.
You live in that area or close by. So I know, well, you heard things about the hotel.
Yeah.
Why would you take them kids over there?
Good.
Why? I on the face of this green board, green earth. So they know what they were doing.
Yes. Yes.
The suitcase, looking at that suitcase from a mile, you could have seen a body in that suitcase. That suitcase had all kind of bulges, all kind. It was out of shape for a suitcase that carry clothes.
You really think?
Thank you, sir.
Respect.
Every time. Every time.
Yeah, man. Before I answer the phone call, the Ninja coming ins. Understand? No, sorry, not that. P. Alikak. P. Alikak said, I will bet fire one Guyana dollar. She was not in the blue suitcase. What was in the blue suitcase was very incriminating. A very incriminating item and create valuable things they needed to protect before they start the fire. A person said it too. A person said they may had the sacrificial stuff in it, but I don't think so. I think that Adriana was in the body, but Adriana's body was in the suitcase, and that is why they end up light a fire the hotel, because the room that they did the sacrifice in, they wanted to make sure it wasn't there, that they could know that these people have got a room that they sacrifice people in. Hello, good night.
Night, fire.
Yeah, my brother.
Good night. Yeah, my first thing is when you're saying that when Angie said she called, when Sobrian said no, she called the mother. Remember, she she must have done collect a down payment, you know. She must have done collect a down payment. Because, listen, I don't think she's the mastermind. I think the mastermind is the same way name.
But I understand
He
you,
and the Dede hotel owner.
I understand though. But when the man said the truth will come out there, so I put it in me bracket like this man was being offered, this thing offered to he, and he said, well, all right, it's wrong the time. But me saying nothing, you got to kind with what you're saying. Go ahead.
Yeah, I thinking it was offered to him and Stefan.
Yeah.
Because if Stefan know the history of his aunt, can show that's his aunt. Diana and Adriana mother, and plus Sir Brian. He don't know it's an easy walk through if money pass for his aunt to go through with it. Because you gotta know somebody, you know. Like, when I tell you guys, say man, the military take over. If you get the numbers, you better chance of winning. So she was the numbers.
Real thing
She was the number.
What was we saying?
You see? So Stefan was the middleman between the aunt and Dede Hotel.
Aye. It's between one of the two of them. It's either Stefan or the grandmother. What you're saying there, you make no sense. Because remember now Stefan was a DJ for these people.
That was
We're good.
Good. They say he was there DJing up until the day. So you got once. I was still just like me saying to myself. I play on the radio station. I'm like, I used to. And I'm still on here.
Real thing. Yeah.
You gotta understand that in this stuff.
Yeah.
But the same was when they still is. I wanna go and see somebody when they went and see the person.
Yo, I like the fire. Respect for the one. The one make a laugh. Yeah, man, I like it. Pick up yourself, G. Yeah. It's between the grandmother and Stefan. It's between the two of them because remember, everybody in Tushin know what's going on with this hotel. Even if it's a conspiracy, even if it's a faking lie, me still ain't carrying me cheering them there. I still ain't going there. Hello, good night. Turn on your TV. Hello.
Between the two.
Turning it on.
Yes.
Every pushing. Okay. No going on with this hotel.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah, good night, sweetie.
Yes, I'm calling Stefan know all about the hotel. That's why he know that the police take off, the inspector take off the thing, camera off or whatever off the clothes. He know everything about it. You hear? He know for going, he know how to come out. The grandmother passed to son straight. She know all about the hotel too. Because I can't know my son daughter missing. And you ain't got your son, my granddaughter missing, come let me go and look for you. Let me go in the hotel. You pass it straight? No. All of them know about it. All of them should get whole. Thank you. Yeah. All of them. Stefan is want to go down. He know because he was a DJ. See, he know how to go through that door and come out through the door. So all of them, it was a plan. It didn't plan today. It didn't plan yesterday. It planned months and months, years. So Stefan need to go. And the grandmother too. Thank you. You have a blessed night.
Good night, fire. How are you today? Hello? Yeah. Oh, okay. So listen, all this stuff what we highlighting here, we know what was going on. We see everything. That's why we were
Sorry,
on the
guys.
phone and
Yeah.
having discussion, pinpointing all of these evidence, because we know at the time the family was going through what they was going through. So as we go through the video, we were analyzing and seeing a lot of things where we could talk about now. Stefan didn't know about everything. That's it, bottom line, come back to when he was sitting in that car and he made that video. You could see how confused he was, number one. Talking and he kept looking back and looking side. He looked very nervous and scared. Like, he was nervous looking from side, and then he made those comments. And right away, when we talk about it tonight, it's like we were saying, why did he even say a body? I wouldn't even consider a body. I'm looking for my child.
That's
I'm
what
looking
he's
for my
saying.
family member.
Why would you
Then
jump
he
the
said,
body?
but the boyfriend, which we heard that. We talk about that. Then he also said, we have to make it now look like a crime.
There's what I was to remember. There's the fucking thing I forget.
That's why, like I said to you, them things never come out of my head. When he said, now we got to make it look like a crime.
Nah.
And I'm like,
It
what
done
the
there.
hell is this man talking about?
It
So I
done.
couldn't wait for the night where we
Okay.
come on and talk about it. I mentioned that to you. Why would you say we got to make it look like a crime?
You say?
Exactly. I pinpoint that out to you. You know what I mean? And I was like, this man, did he really listen? Because now we can't take back. Even if you rewind and look, he can't take the back because by then it was out on social media. So everybody got the video. So if G and them didn't call it right there and then, because I know it was a very difficult time for them to see and looking at these things, we called it the night and we talk about it. You can't come out and say, no, we got to make it look like a crime. What they're telling us? Telling us, like, first it said body, boyfriend, now even make it say, we got to make it look like a crime. No, we got to make it look like a crime. I'm like, shit, this is our uncle saying that? What is he involved in? And then with the police officer, when he take that body cam off, he know what he was doing.
Yeah.
Because it's not like he forgot to put it on. He had it there and you could see fumbling with it all the time, like in his pocket and holding on to it. And soon as he turned around, he put it on.
Straight.
Not like he forget. Soon as he made a turn and he turned it on. And what they didn't understand is, I don't get it. Like you guys trying to plan your thing right, but it didn't come out right. Because cameras was out, phone was out, everybody was videoing and capturing. What do you think y'all was doing? So if everybody capture, listen to this now. Everybody capture all those little things where they went wrong. You want to tell me nobody and see when this little child come out to the pool? Can't buy that. Nobody see when she come out to the pool, who get her out to the pool. All these adults, they're wrong there. Somebody had to catch it on their phone. Somebody had to see because people were facing in the direction. Somebody had to see at some point because we capture all those little points. The blue suitcase, him with the camera, Sir Brian saying, I mean, all this stuff. And one thing, this child, not a pin, child missing, go missing, come out to the pool, and everybody turn a blind eye to that. Don't make no sense.
Don't make none.
So they all was trying to cover it up. They had it planned from day one, and they tried to go in order step by step. But as they go along, the story keep falling apart. They keep getting loose end in between where they're trying to tie up.
Real thing is how far this
They
walk.
couldn't they couldn't get everything to link together like the chain. The chain keep broken every time as they go along. There's a loose link in between, and we keep seeing it.
Straight. No lie, Max. Real thing. We know we're going
Yeah,
on with
man.
them. Big up yourself, sis. Love all time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We don't know what's going on. And it's out there, and it's already pinned out there, whereby we know for a fact that all of them had something to do with it. Now, guys, these are the 3 pages that I have. You understand? Before I collect the next call. Hello, good night.
Hi, good night, Sarah. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine too. As everybody say, right? You could see Stefan was the mastermind. You understand? He was the mastermind, and this thing was really planned out indeed. You see, Stefan couldn't get the children to go to the everyday hotel, and the fittest person was the grandmother. You understand? But then Stefan had his role to play. It's the three of them. The manager for the hotel, Stefan and Granny. That was the true mastermind. Stefan was, he said, girl, we can get some good money. Let me do this thing.
Yeah.
You know? And I said the love of money is the root of all evil. So she get carried away with the money thing. It's just that.
Yeah, man.
And it is very sad to know that a grandmother could do that.
I'm not cutting you, Auntie. Remember now, they don't even like Sir Brian and the child. So make it more worse. They would sell shit. Yes, I know.
She said, oh, get rid of she, man. Get rid of the little money and done the thing.
You think where is it? I don't got no time. Maybe get yeah.
But she got the answer to that. She got the answer, and she could never sleep in the night. Anyway, I was good. Bye.
Yes, Auntie. Love all time. What's up? What's wrong? Who troubled the baby? Who troubled the co-host? You okay?
Okay.
You okay? Yeah. What you say? Justice for Adriana? They kill her, right? And you vex? You angry? All right. Yeah, guys, as you could see right there, I'm one of the page, and as you see, Wade said that this is the month of April we there in here, so right? She was missing on the 23rd, but the sacrifice had to do the midnight. That is the 24th. They had to do it. So look, Wade said, you see? As you guys could see, right here, sex and blood ritual submitted March 24th to the March 24th to the 16th, the 24th to the 16th, or whatever they got a year. Oh yeah, March 24th, 16-year-old. You sight there? Boom. Them say ritual again, or you say old board of standards ritual, April the 19th. Then it says sacrifice, 24th, as you guys could see. Sacrifice pre-partition, the 24th of April. So she was missing on the 23rd, and she was sacrificed on the 12th. This is the 24th. Because as you could see clearly, this is one of the dates, the April the 24th, that they do the sacrifice, and you could see. Y'all see what's going on? Them say, and it says so, from April the 19th to the 25th, kidnapping, sacrifice pre-petition, April the 24th. So from April the 29th to the 25th, they got kidnapped. This is the 29th, 25th, or this 2020. As you could see, kidnapping, April the 24th. Come on, guys. Adriana was sacrificed. These are 3 pages out of the sacrificial book that was found when the hotel was burned down. Somebody find the book and take out 3 pages picture. You understand? Real thing. Yeah, man. Yeah, Perry Mason.
Listen, don't move this thing here because you're reading it wrong.
Okay, let me know.
This show me that there was to be 3 sacrifices, right? The reason now that Adriana's sacrifice went wrong is because if you really say homage the 20th of March, somewhere that we can't pronounce, then you come to March the 24th. Between March 24th and that time back, you must find a 16-year-old bride of Satan. The person must be 16 and be a virgin, so she become a bride of Satan. Then another kidnapping got one for the other papa.
Slow down, man. You're going too fast, buddy. Oh, God.
You know, we virgins will start real fast. Come back to it. I don't play the TV. I on the TV.
Come back for
It's a homage.
Good.
Whatever it is, the first part is homage, which is going to go on from March the 20th.
Good.
Something there mark the equinox, right?
Right.
Everybody these rosters, so we're going to teach people things.
Good.
The 23rd of June is the shortest year of the month with the equinox this term.
Okay.
All right. Adriana should have been 16 and not 11. That's why everything went wrong. So she would have become the bride of Satan. You see, 16-year-old bride of Satan, which was April 19th to 25th. So it was on my birthday that she went missing. So between April, that was the 19th, right, to the 25th, then had to find a 16-year-old girl to sacrifice to become the bride of Satan. When you come down here, you know, there's another St. Mark's Eve, April 25th, grand whatever, the climax should be something female sacrifice can be child sex, frontal, right. It should be, it could be 5 weeks, 1 year, since equinox, meaning since where the earth is shift in alliance with the energy of the earth, right? You understand what I'm saying now?
I tell them the boy, real thing, yeah. I understand.
People don't realize everything on Jah Earth is an energy. People in my world, like small farmers, whenever we do anything, we should do everything with the moon. If you put down a seed 3 days before for the moon, it's going to come up fast, and if you write down a week, 2 weeks before. You understand? Because that's when the moon come on, shine on the earth, and the earth is like a woman, where she open up to take, she sets to have child, the earth open up to take in the moonlight, to plants to grow, flowers to bloom, everything. So it was to be 3 sacrifices. And you see, after Adriana, a lot of little children went missing, but they may get the age that I read Guyana to cover up. And today I noticed when the president was talking about Mohamed, he look like he would drink blood before he come and talk. Look at it, guys. I don't miss nothing. So if Adriana was 16 years old, it would have gone right. That's why it's enough confusion. And so the ritual ain't finished. And you realize at Adriana's last viewing, when the grandmother and some cousin house, and you see the bending by the coffin about 3 different times. I don't miss that. You gotta go back. You see when little before Angie chased them out, when she was coughing, playing she put like casket early. When she put turning looking around, she bent down, and then the other girl bent down. She bent down 3 different times, and where she hand 3 different times. So the ritual didn't finish. You understand?
Thank you, my friend.
That's what kind of.
Yeah, man. I mean, Perry Mason. Big up Perry Mason as I was mixing up in Matlock. But big up Perry Mason on my team, because I know I was going right. But for you to break it down so fine, it really mean a lot to me. It sends chills down my spine to know that she had to be 16. Anytime she was 16. You understand? That's crazy. No lie. Wow. Hello, good night.
Really mean a lot. Remember when they were asking Adriana her age and her cousin her age? So that's why they were, as the guy said, that she had to be 16. Was it there?
Real thing, sis. No lie. You understand? Real thing. And I'm glad I submitted and saved those 3 pages that I could get the rundown and the breakdown with the old meds with it. But I know I was on the same page. But the numbers them I wasn't too familiar with. I think it was the date, but the 25th was the date of the month, and then the 16th was the age. So it gotta be at age settings when they're doing it. So what make the whole thing go corrupt is because Adriana was not the age. But they're supposed to know that. You understand? Me know what happened there, because if Adriana says she's 11 and the cousin says she's 14, why them take the 14-year-old as she is 2 years more to be 16? 14, 15, 16. Why didn't take she? But maybe she under the protection of the grandmother. So obviously this whole thing done plan for Adriana. But I don't know if these sacrifice people them stupid, because if you got a book showing you the rules and regulation of sacrifice, that mean you go against the rules and regulation, make that happen to you. Jaja God. Anyway, let me go and pay some bills and we get back with you. Definitely we got some more stuff to talk about. We done that 2 hours into Adriana situation. Should we stay right here and end it off? You know, I'm not end it off now. Should we stay on the topic till the end of the show? Or would you guys would like me to get into the rest of the topics that we have for you guys? Let me know in the comment section immediately, all right? But for now, let me jump into ads. We'll soon be back with you guys, okay?
Thinking of buying or selling a home or renting an apartment? Then look no further than Citadel Circle Realty. Located at 1111 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York, we cover Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island, the Bronx, Staten Island, and Manhattan. Let one of our knowledgeable and professional agents assist you with your real estate goals today. Buying or selling today? No problem. Need to rent an apartment? We got you covered. Call us today at 718-717-8251. That's 718-717-8251. Thinking of buying?
Your words are powerful, but even the best need a little polish. Whether it's a business report, presentation, blog post, or academic paper, we've got you covered. At Smarty Pants Consulting, our expert editors and proofreaders ensure your writing is flawless, clear, concise, and compelling. Don't let typos or grammar slip-ups hold you back. Let Smarty Pants Consulting elevate your work to the next level. Fast, reliable, and professional every time. Call or text Smarty Pants Consulting at 212-658-8700 and get started today. Your words perfected. Call or text Smarty Pants Consulting at 212-658-8700. That's Smarty Pants Consulting at 212-658-8700.
Planning to take a trip to Guyana? Planning to do a tour in Guyana? Well, this is the ideal company for you to call. And we're talking about Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tours. Airport trip, church trip, family outing, local tour, river tour, Kaicho Fall tour, Entori, Amarinian Village, Suriname, and Brazil tour. Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. You guys could contact them on 592-639-2663, 592-673-2348. Let me give you back that number, 592-639-2663 or 592-673-2348. You guys could also follow him on Facebook at Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Yes, guys, or you could contact Matthew direct with this number here, 639-2663. That's 639-2663. Matthew's 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Planning a tour? Well, definitely you guys need to check this out. Matthew's 24-hour bus service and nature tour. Get there. Do not wait for next year. Back up in the building. You guys know what's up, guys. You know what up, what up, what up. So I saw some person say stick on the topic. So we definitely going to stick on the topic because what happened is that I always say I want to give Adriana a whole night. Definitely tribute to Adriana. So guess what's going to happen? We're going to drop the rest of the topics for tomorrow. And we're going to stay on Adriana's topic definitely tonight, guys. You understand? I want you guys to call in. Let me know what's your thoughts. Let me conversate about Adriana. Like we said, justice for Adriana. Justice for Adriana. See what's going on now. We're going to jump back into a piece more of Carletta and Camille. Carletta and my sister, you understand, from my next mother. I don't know why I keep saying Camille. Those my cousin. Me she talked today, so you don't know what's going on. I mean, she had a big conversation, so I don't know why I keep calling her name. But Angie, big up yourself. You know the code already. You understand? Let's jump back into this. Let's get to see the rest of let's get to find out what more they said on the podcast, on the interview. Okay, guys?
You can see when the officer walks away, he puts his body worn camera back on his shoulder.
Oh, God.
When he's no longer in the view. And then you have other parties like the cousin, the one that was just talking about how he didn't find a body or nothing. He had knowledge that she wouldn't come back the same. She would not return the same. Only a body would return. All of the parties right there together by that entryway, by that suitcase, a lot of them had their hands in this cover up. And it's very clear to see. So whoever one day seeking justice should definitely look into everyone that was in that entryway of that hotel. You spoke a lot of things about the government, about law enforcement. Let's go to the part where now, one thing that really stood out to me about this case is how they were trying to say that the Doubleday Hotel was set afire by angry rioters when clearly something happened first. Andrew, can you walk us through the fire at the Doubleday?
Actually, Guyana president and government and the police officers, they're actually calling the nations who saw what transpired that day.
Let me pause a minute, guys. Hold on, let me pause for one piece a minute because somebody just now brought something to my attention. Somebody just now brought something to my attention that I gotta bring to the forefront. And I want this person to definitely come forward and let me know what really are you saying. You know what I mean? At this moment is so me understand what you're saying, but let me find back this person. Wait a minute. Patricia, is that the name? Patricia. Let me see if I could find back that text because I didn't come on. All right. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. Is it Patricia? Let me highlight the comment. What this female just now said. Alex, thank you for the $10 super chat donation. Appreciate it. All right. Hold on. Wait a minute, guys. I gotta highlight a comment that I just saw to you guys, and I don't know what really the person mean. This is the comment right here. Now, Miss Patricia, I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. What do you mean when you say she isn't virgin? What do you mean by that? As you guys could see the comment on the screen right now, can Miss Patricia, if I'm pronouncing the name correctly, can you really dissect in the comment section, what do you mean when you say she wasn't a virgin? She isn't virgin. What do you mean? Are you speaking about Adriana? Are you saying Adriana isn't a virgin? So which she is? You take a man off of Adriana, or you ever took Adriana off a man for know that she's not a virgin? Good night, Lily Samuels. she is out of order. I trying to find out what she really mean. Can somebody give her a timeout? Time shout. Because I mean, understand. Wait, before you have time shout, hold on. What do you mean? I want you to answer this before I continue. Can you please comment again and let we know what are you saying? What do you mean when you say she isn't virgin? I know I drop out of school, but you know what I mean? I got common sense and knowledge. I want to know what you mean when you say she isn't virgin. No, she mean the 14-year-old wasn't a virgin. Oh, okay. Well, come on. You see when y'all dropping your comments, you gotta make it clear. Just don't say things like the car you would make I think out to put. That's why I try to figure out what really she mean when she say virgin. She isn't virgin. But thank you for thanks to the next person that comment and see that what she means. You know, understand? I could understand though. Good night, Angie.
Hey, Fire, good night. I see that too. Let me say this to Patricia. Let me come over you because I am working like a lion in the bush. Patricia, let me tell you this. You all, if you the bugger them like a tender age, do it. Don't do it. Think twice, you know I'm telling you? Think twice before you text. Because it's not everybody like you. So if you get your buggering from your father, your brother, your uncle, everybody in your family, don't come for Adriana. Because I am here for you. I saw the text and I was waiting. I made like I had to wipe my glasses to see if I'm seeing clear. Don't come for it, you are a lot. I'm waiting for your text again.
I'm telling you, boy. No, but on a serious level, right? Patricia, no disrespect. But how you reach till there? So how you know the 14-year-old isn't a virgin? That's why I say, you know, when you're putting your comments in place, you got to know what you're saying. You got to know what you're saying. You can't just say things just so dry. Hello, good night.
Night Fire feelings.
Yeah.
Remember, I just call and tell you how Guyanese talk in Guyana. They're speaking a way that sometimes they want you to figure it out. And they call that Creole, Guyanese Creole.
Yeah, for real.
Guys, watch our other friend. And she telling me she want to go and see a friend, but she went and see the friend. So me and she going back and forth. I'm like, which one? You want to see or you? But I've been and see she, but still I want to go and see she. But I've been. I said, bro, listen, I can't deal with this. I love going along and I get away from the language. So it's hard sometimes. So she texts and say, hey, this is so, and she just left it. She didn't explain which part she directed. Nothing.
She isn't virgin. Shit.
And for the person was saying that we don't go to the owner. Right now we dealing with where it start from, who take her there, who makes all of this happen to she.
Straight.
That's what we dissecting right now tonight.
Yeah.
Who make this happen to her, not who did it.
Right.
Because without them, it wouldn't have been done.
Respect, my brother. Yeah.
All right, that's my
man. This will we talking about. Hello, good night.
Good night. Patricia, I wanted to address that. Because still, even to the 14-year-old, it's still a disrespect. How she know that? Like, you been there? Are you there when maybe the little girl were ever doing stuff that you know that you could come and say the 14-year-old is not a virgin?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
come on now, don't jump the gun and go and saying things like that where you don't know. Are you sleeping? Are you know the men she's sleeping with, or a man or a boyfriend that you know for sure you've been there for see? Come on, it's still disrespectful to the 14-year-old and to the family member of the 14-year-old. So she's still wrong.
Okay.
Don't go saying things like that.
It's crazy. You got to know what you're saying. You got to know
You
what
gotta
you're
know what you're
saying.
saying. Come
You
on,
got
it's
to
still
get
a
on your
child. It's
intention.
still an underage
Real
child.
thing. You got to know what you're saying. You can't drop in any comment like that. You know what I mean?
Good.
Real thing.
Still wrong. She's still wrong for saying
Still
that.
wrong, yeah. Yeah. And we see she trying to follow up by saying they couldn't use a 14-year-old, I mean. You see? What you do last, this we was to do
You should have
first.
exactly.
Do you?
Exactly. Don't saying stuff like that. Don't go and disgracing a child like that. Don't do that.
Oh, I say thanks, my
Don't
sis.
do
Love.
We all have children. We don't want to be doing that. Don't be doing that.
Don't do the man. Straight. Thanks, my sis. Ay, ja. Yeah, Angie. Ja.
Sorry, I'm calling back because I heard somebody saying that she wasn't talking about Adriana. I still is not. I'm not going to apologize to her because at the end of the day, she don't know nothing about the 14-year-old either.
That's
this is what I said. Come out for any young teenagers or any victim. I'm gonna come out for. So if you don't want nobody come for you, you don't come for nobody because you is not their mother and you don't know who's a virgin or not. You're a virgin protector.
Real talk, you know what I mean? You gotta know what you're saying, man.
I'm not gonna apologize.
No, you don't have to. You don't have to. No. She's being held accountable for what she said. Cause what she do last.
Always wait. So something happened to the 14-year-old. So wait, you guys wanna come after her? When she asked for what happened to her, come on, you're a woman. As woman, y'all need to be careful of the way you speak about victim. This child didn't beg to become a victim.
Virgin.
Protector.
I ain't telling you, boy. Virgin police. Elegant night. Yeah.
Nobody don't come for me. I didn't text it like that. I meant when Adriana and her cousin when they asked them the age, because I am listening to other people from before when they said the 14-year-old. That's why the grandmother have her, because she had somebody had touched her. I would never say that about that child. I don't know nothing. I live far away.
Is this Patricia?
Yeah, this is Patricia.
I'm saying, listen, we're going on, right?
Nobody don't come for me.
Okay.
I didn't mean that like that. I don't know the child. My condolences to those people, the family. I would never say a thing like that. I have daughters, I have grandchildren. I would never say that.
Okay.
I mean, they couldn't use the 14-year-olds for the sacrifice. That's why they took Adriana. Because when I look at all the Enochs and all of that sacrifice paper that you put up, that's why I text that, and maybe I didn't text it right. So my apologies there.
Yeah, but still we don't know if the 14-year-old is a virgin or not.
No, because of what they had said before. They said the grandmother have custody of her because somebody was touching her. And that's why I text that.
Okay, well, I never heard that. I never really heard about
that.
Yeah,
it's on a video.
Okay,
it's on a video.
That the 14-year-old
That's why
was
the grandmother have custody of her.
Okay.
I would never ever do that.
All right. Thank you so much, Auntie. Don't say 40. We got you. Hello, good night. You still gotta mindful of what you're doing, you know, because they call it because they got a lot of times misunderstanding is put out there and you find your position. So we understand if you didn't mean it by your heart, but still take accountable with how you put it out. Hello, good night. Hello? Hello, good night. Hello? Yes.
I am here.
Yeah, you're live.
Yeah.
I think you guys are totally wrong about the Patricia because she was following up based on why when you asked why didn't they choose the 14-year-old. So it's a misunderstanding there. I totally get when she said because she was not a virgin.
Yeah, we understand. We understand what you're saying. We get it. We get it. You know what I mean? But like I keep saying that still you got to be mindful of where you're putting out there because you could trigger people. That's all I'm saying. You understand? That's all I'm saying. Be mindful with what you're in. Be mindful with what you're saying. You understand? Because still,
Alrighty. From the time I heard it, I was following the conversation and I could figure that it was the 14-year-old she was referring to based on previous episode where they said that poor child was sexually abused while the grandmother had her or whatever.
okay.
Alrighty.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Hello, good night.
Hey, Fire.
Yeah, man.
This is Multicast. Good night. I'm sitting here listening to this thing, right? The way she put it over her verbiage, it was, sometimes you put text without, because it even happens to me, when you're doing a texting, the words, you got a lot of typos. I think she left the words out, but why I'm just going to say something, right? Hello?
Yes, I'm listening to you.
Oh, I'm going to say something. When they said, I do recall when they said the grandmother got the 14-year-old because she was essayed by an uncle. So I think with that, it was kind of like up in the air that she was, sexually assaulted. You understand what I'm saying? In that manner, where she wouldn't be a virgin. It's all because it wasn't specified exactly what happened when they said essay. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Because I did hear it. You know what I'm saying? So I said, what kind of people is this? Because even I thought, why pick Adriana and then you have the 14-year-old who's older than her when the guy asked them their age? You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So I know Angie, that's my girl. I know she's very passionate, and I would have been the same way. But I think I don't think the lady, honestly, Miss Patricia, I don't think she meant it like that. I really don't.
Okay.
I felt it. You understand what I'm saying? I'm an energy person, So I don't think she meant it like that, honestly.
Respect.
Yeah?
Thank you, sis.
All right.
All right, cool. Yeah, Angie. Hello. Good night.
Good night, Fire. It's me again. I heard Patricia came on, and after listening to her, I believe it was an honest mistake. So because of that honest mistake that she made, I am not too old to apologize to her and to apologize to all of the viewers that were listening, right? However, with that being said, I don't make joke when you see people make certain things. So I just heard our explanation, my humblest apology, and I heard it's an honest, and I know it was an honest mistake. So I just would like to apologize to her. But when it comes to children and coming after kids, trust me, I'm like a lion. I don't play.
Respect,
I don't
sis.
play.
Yeah, man. Respect.
Yeah.
All the time. Yeah, man. It's it going on. None of we ain't perfect. None of us isn't perfect. Patricia, respect and manners, hon. You done and you're good all the time. You understand? Hello, good night. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Patricia, big up yourself. Just next time, you know what I mean? Just be more careful with how you do things, you know what I mean? On a real life level, you know what I mean? We apologize and everybody apologize. Angie apologize, and we're not too big to apologize. This is something very, very, significant. Yeah, man. Very sensitive. Big up Angie on 100. Person say it's okay. Let's move on. All right. I was going to say the same thing. You know what I mean? It's time for we move on. You know what I mean? Let me leave that and go on. There's not nothing for stay upon. Hello, good night.
Hi, Fire.
Yes, sis.
I beg up Angie for apology because they got some people don't like to apologize. They feel they're too big.
Yeah.
Angie, big up yourself. Takes a great woman to do those things.
Yeah, man.
Okay?
Yeah,
Hi.
man. Respect. Yes, I mean, P. Alicock said, I think Patricia should have been given a chance to explain what it means. She did. What she mean, but that short pose as guilty and then proven innocent. You know what I mean? For a real life level. But so the thing go, I understand Angie temper when it comes to Adriana, but I'm happy Angie clear herself too. Yeah, man, big up yourself. Thank you, Angie. You are darling. Thank you, Angie. Yeah, man. Straight up. So the thing go. You know what I mean? Anyway, let me continue. Show nice. Tonight is about Adriana, right? So we're gonna continue on that case.
The fools. They're actually saying to the nation, what you saw is not what you saw. All right? Now, everybody could have clearly seen Officer Wetfoot, and I'm speaking of Leroy Smith, was up there. There was a video circulating with Leroy Smith before was choking on someone. It was Leroy Smith when they were walking through the room, the parents were walking through that hotel. It was Leroy Smith who was sitting in that room with the door half open. He did not come out of that room. Now, let me ask, were you guarding Adriana's body in that room? Why were you sitting there? You're a police officer. We're looking for a missing child. What are you doing sitting in that room? Number two, what are you doing with chlorines, drums, jars upon jars of chlorines, open out at an establishment whereby you have persons coming? Make it make sense. You have all this chlorine. In broad daylight, you have cleaners going with bleach and rags and all this stuff. What are you doing? That room was the room, because if you really search, I don't know, but the parents, they could have vouched, is that if you go to the washroom, there's a secret entrance that leads to that room. Now, that room, apparently, did Stefan took her to the washroom? Did she get grabbed from the washroom? Where did she get grabbed from? Was it that room y'all had her body in? Was that room the ritual performed? Because they drained her blood. Was it in that room? Now that room set afire because that was the evidence room. Now, as a police officer, you calmly walking down a stairs with the phone in your ears. Smoke, you smell smoke. You don't have to turn around to see smoke. Now, this is an hotel. You meant to tell me if the smoke gonna start from there, it's not gonna ignite, it's not gonna spread to other rooms, which will cause the demolition of this entire building? Aren't you gonna sound an alarm? Aren't you gonna call, for help, for throw water or whatever? None of that. You calmly walk down. Now you tell me why. Why would somebody calmly walk down if they didn't know what was in that room? Was it that room, the blue suitcase that ended up after they placed Adriana's body in the pool? Was it that room? A lot of things they did to Adriana, and the evidence were clearly there, even though they tried to have the cleaners who were going with the chlorine and stuff to clean that room. Was there a spot that they did not, help to get? Did Adriana scratched? Because I heard a scratch mark from the Doubleday Hotel owner's son. And that is why the Guyana government, they decided to do a DNA test. Now, if you didn't do anything, if they didn't see anything, why did they want a DNA test from you if the child drowned? And I don't know how much you know about drowning, but when a female drowned and they float up, they float face upward with their arms stretched wide out to the two sides. Their mouth open.
Yes.
If a male drowned, he comes right up and his face downward in the water. How you tell me, make it make sense. How can a child that drowned in the water, found in the water, in an upright position, just slouch over? When the father brought her out, her mouth was tightly shut. And if you had seen the video, Adriana did give her dad her last hug. Now, when when Brian jumped into the water to get her out, her arms went around him. Her head went tilt back a little bit. And no way a body that is in rigor mortis state does those things. I grew up by the seaside. I saw persons drowned. From a little child growing up, I always see persons drowned. I never saw that. Now, for the main reason her body was so lifeless, and I don't really know much about, because I'm not an pathologist, but I'm talking from my own experience of what I saw. If that child body was so flimsy, like it could have still moved in different parts, she was not stiff as yet. That tells me that that child did not die long. Now, as a police officer, before Adriana's body was found, there were a group of police officers came like a tactical squad, and they distracted the crowd away from the pool, because where the crowd was standing, they could have seen anybody place anybody in the pool. There were also about 4 to 5 police officers walk alongside of the building of Doubleday Hotel, went around at the back. It was not long after that occurred. Somebody shout, "Look the girl here." Now, if it's police officer alone in the building, it's early in the morning. Everybody went home who was having fun at the hotel, who was swimming. Everybody went home. Critics, the Guyana, I wouldn't call him critics. I would call him Guyana witch list, because he's a witch with a bunch of lists of persons that he are targeting. Now, he went around there and God allowed things to happen for his reason and his purpose. Now, you went around there with your drone. He said it clearly. You don't have to ask if a body is in this pool. You can see the child is not in this pool. No body is in this pool. But then a couple weeks after, you're claiming that, oh, the pool was foggy. Now, y'all contradicting yourselves, because you're claiming the pool was foggy. The hotel owner's son is claiming that his bartender who turned janitor, because he's claiming that the bartender normally throws around chlorine, sprinkle chlorine around the pool. I have a pool in my backyard. When you throw chlorine in a pool, everything that is on top go to the bottom of that pool, whereby you have to take a vacuum to get everything out. So when you throw chlorine in a pool, that water became crystal clear. So fool is talking, fool is not listening.
Right. So, man, you said so much again, Angie. It's just startling. One of the first things after, when you first look at the images and you're first getting introduced to the case, you just feel sadness, right? I felt so much sadness and cried so many nights I couldn't count. But after you start to look at it, when I looked at her picture, and I won't show it just so I don't want to be too gruesome and I don't want to mess anybody's hearts up. But one of the things that's startling to me is, in order to drown, Angie and audience, you must inhale the water in a pool through your nose or through your mouth. There's only 2 ways that you can drown when it comes to authentic drowning. But this baby her nose was plugged with cotton wool. Her mouth was fixed shut. Now, I'm no pathologist either, but I have seen a few autopsies, and I have worked a few cases. I have solved a few murder cases, and I have solved a few cold cases, right? Now, I'm no superstar in that area of a pathologist, but anybody can research what way your mouth gets lockjaw in a position however you pass, right? If you check out in a certain way, if you're gasping for air because you're drowning, that means your airways are open, right? So if your mouth was open at the time that you checked out, your mouth is going to be open at the time they discover your body, right? So her mouth had to be closed, shut at the time she was no longer alive. Her nose was stuffed, but a body has been placed and delivered back into a pool, and you want to wrap it up and say she drowned. That is just come on. I don't know, how do you expect anyone to believe that? Moving forward, Angie, walk us through the next few things that happened in the case.
The fact that Leroy Smith, the police officer, took all of the camera equipment away. That's mind-blowing. Now, I don't know what's going on with the Guyana police force. However, that they should have already been charged. You have an establishment where persons are coming from all over the globe to come to your establishment with children, and you do not have a lifeguard. That's number one. You do not have a camera working. Now, I have camera all over my home. There's two things happen with camera. If it damaged, you replaced it. If it's dead, if it's one that you just have to be charged, you charge it up. I never heard of like servicing camera. Why are we servicing camera? What part of the camera deserves servicing? When you can go and pick up a camera, set anywhere and replace it back. But unfortunately, a few days prior to that incident, someone stole something, but the set camera could have captured that. They could have gone to the set camera to find what was stolen. However, you could not have gone to this camera to find a body. And if you look at the history of Doubleday Hotel, whenever a body is placed in the pool, unfortunately, the camera does not work on that day.
How convenient. So my question is this, Angie, since we're talking about surveillance, okay? There was something in the reports that I read regarding police had surveillance that this baby had left the hotel. So how do we have surveillance showing that she left the hotel, but we don't have surveillance working for the hotel to capture what was going on?
Hello?
Yes, Angie, are you there?
Your camera would stick for a second. Sorry.
Okay. Let me repeat myself. So I read in reports that it was stated that there was surveillance at the hotel, like the police had surveillance showing that this baby had left the Doubleday with someone else, right? But there was no working surveillance and cameras working of the actual facility. How does that work? How do we have surveillance showing that she left, but all of a sudden when it comes to the location, now there's no surveillance?
When you're accustomed to tell a lie, you got to remember your last word, right?
Oh, yeah, that part.
Because the parents are still yet to see the video of their baby left that hotel. The officer was just talking. He didn't open his phone to show anybody. The only time his phone is open is when somebody called him. Who kept calling you? And it is sad. And this alone could tell you what else could have went down in Guyana, and innocent persons went to prison for it. Hadn't the parents, hadn't God spoke to Sir Brian Hart and told him to stay there? Hadn't God spoke to Sir Brian and he telling the crowd, I ain't moving from here. My daughter is right there. I have a gut feelings. She is right. That's a connection with a father and a child.
Yes.
That alone to just show and tell how strong the bond between the two of them were. For him not to move from there. Now, hadn't they stood the course, that suitcase, because if you check how her body went, you could have told they fold her up in that suitcase. So she leave there, like in that stage, how they had her in the pool. Hadn't they found her there, you wasn't gonna hear anything, because our body was gonna find somewhere, because Stefan would have been the designated driver. And it is sad.
And it is sad to see that here this country is locking up persons when they're standing in solidarity. I'm not calling that protest. They're supporting that family. So are you becoming a dictatorship government so slowly because of this crime? You did a thing so fast, you catch persons, and I'm not knocking judges because I have judges, friends and stuff. I'm not knocking judges, but come on. Aren't you supposed to be an independent body? If somebody bring a person before you, don't just throw them in jail right away. Look at all the aspects. It's a distraction, it's a tactic, and it's a form of fear, driving fear into the nation. So I dare you to speak out, because this is what's going to happen to you if you speak out. But I honestly wish they had more like me. Because if you ain't kill me, I am going to continue to speak. Because when I came on this earth, God put me here with potential. I am going to speak regardless of what. You can hold a gun to my head. Once you pull the trigger and blow it out, I am going to speak and speak the truth. Persons have to stop looking at, oh, I'm fearful of what this one said. Or they can't lock everybody up. You have to stand up. Moreover, this is the time we are going into election season in Guyana. You have to stand up. You have to let your voice be heard. Remind this nation of what transpired under this government. Because the oil that Guyana have, and I'm not straying from the topic, I am just saying the oil that Guyana have, they don't care how many blood have to be shed. They're not gonna come out. Campaign. Remind them of Adriana alone. Look at the Henry boys. Look at the two young men up Linden. The grandmother, let me come back to this matter. The grandmother never, ever went to Brian, who is her son, and Amicia, and said, I am sorry. Just that much. Just that much. Say, I am sorry that I have failed you, my son. I'm sorry I failed you, my daughter-in-law. That I asked for your child to come out. But instead, she turned around and she is like cursing out, carrying on. Her kids there, or rest of children, they're carrying on. She's lying on the sister, saying, oh, the sister tried to fight her the funeral day. When the world saw, the sister was talking to Stefan's sister and Brian's sister. She didn't even saw that grandmother. Then they're going out saying one time the cousin, the best friend, of Brian went out is claiming that, oh, Brian take money from the Day hotel owner. Where is the money? How all of a sudden your name was on the list, the wanted bulletin list, when it was Brian and Amicia who called the president and have you're the only person name came off the list. They let the president know, no, he was with us all along because he was the driver on the day when Adriana had the autopsy done. And when he came crying, the president took his name off, but he have to go into the station. So when you go into the station, what did they do? They told you, okay, I want you to set Brian up, because the first thing he came with was a gun, wanted to give Brian a gun. And that's there and then Brian said, move from here. You want it, you keep it. Don't come around me with this. So after Brian didn't accept that gun, Brian leave and came up here for his daughter autopsy. You gone and you got your mouth all over saying you got proof. Another thing, all of them should have been held accountable. Well, if you're claiming that you have proof, then okay, this father take money, then you're actually saying this child did not drown. You're saying everything that we all know. The sister that is saying now that Amicia's sister took money for her niece. So what all of you are saying is what we all saw witness before our eyes a live murder of a child on live television. And then the disrespect of taking the murdered body of the child from where you murdered her and throw her in the pool like a rag with a sheet. And then when the child came out of the pool, the police did not come to perform CPR. Whether if you looking and seeing she dead still.
But Angie, you got to remember it, Angie. Angie, you got to remember, this is the only thing they could do. We know that we are very upset with what they did, but they had no other choice than doing that. No other choice. They try to take her out of the hotel. They try to do all kind of thing. This is the only God show them. You know they got a thing, right? Me know how much you see this why I used to banner like this. I used to listen to a lot of reggae music. And I can't remember who is the artist. The artist's name. But the tune is go, if you wanna live, live. Treat me good. If you wanna live, live. You better treat me good. I'm like a whopping stepper, don't you rot my style, I'm dangerous. And then a part in the song say, you're gonna run to the sea, and the sea gonna run. You're gonna run to the rock, and the rock gonna run. I telling you, you're gonna run for going to the earth. The earth gonna pick up itself and say, who, me? You there by yourself. I gone. But I telling you, this is why you see me, I applaud me mother, me father, for teaching me and making I be a banner like how I is today. A man that I am today, truth, equal rights, and justice. I don't play, bro. Me perfect. None of we are. We all make mistake. Just like Patricia did make she mistake. You know what I mean? None of we imperfect. But you see, in man's sight and God's sight is two different sight. What man don't see, God is see everything. God don't sleep, you know. I know for a fact God don't sleep. He don't sleep. Where's that voice? No, that was sent to Burke, where the lady saying she heard screaming and she heard dragging and she opened her door. All of them disappear. The people them threaten all of them. We brought up that same individual on the live already. And we said we could remember a woman said that she saw or said she heard the dragging and the screaming. Then we see the woman come out back and the woman said, no, I didn't see nothing. We don't know you get threatened. Wrong them time that the thing was too intense. So what I feel, everybody who come out and talk and say something should have really shut their mouth and give their statement to the family alone. But remember, this is what they're saying. A lot of persons don't know how sticky a situation is. And Doubleday Hotel owner, we get for finding that he was linked. We hear he and certain ministers and even the president is family. We don't know how true that is, but we hear a minister and this man is family, whereby we see a post and we see the minister come out and share the post and start to look at this nut, saying that, oh, I'm a family member of Doubleday Hotel. Come on, we watch too much of movie, bro. We watch so much movie whereby we see the corruptness in the latter government and the cover-up when it comes to the police, liar, deputy, commissioner, commander. We see, and I tell you, I keep telling you all, and we know for a fact, these movies nowadays, and movies in general. Couple decades, we didn't even really know that these movies that was making is what going on in life. But fast forward to the millennium time in the future now, we definitely know for a fact certain movies that you're seeing, or all of the movies them that you see, it pinpoint with what going on in life. So when they come and tell me that the Guyana police force is a independent police force, we don't take no orders from the government, they carry out their own strategic order, it got me in a compromised position whereby I'm thinking like, am I dumb? Am I stupid? How you come and say that to the Guyana police force independent when I know for a fact that is a lie? Peter Tosh, all right. Big up my brother just now say Peter Tosh. CG, big up yourself, you understand? You're gonna run to the rock and the rock gonna run. You run to the sea gonna run. This is what happening with Double D Hotel them right now. Leroy and all of them. They think it done. It ain't done. Everything corrupt in Guyana when it comes to the government and the police force. I don't care, and I can say it over and over and no business. If they go back in power, I don't have to go home. I know them guys back, and even if they try to do whatever, we know the guy wants the thing up their sleeve for this election. This election, I tell you all already, this election gonna make people blood pressure, them cancer, all disease, migraine headache. You see, anytime PPP go back in power, Jesus Christ. It done. It done. It finished. When Adriana missing a week after, they had 2 kids missing in Canada. If you see what happened, them man find them 2 kids in a gypsy. Them man pressure, boat, car, ship, plane, drone. Them man swarm the place. We never see them from the Guyana police force. Never. Hello, good night. Hello. Scrap, you know how the call end up ending. Guys, we got a few more minutes up in here. We're not gonna take no more phone call. This is what part we gotta pull the curtain down for the show. It was a pleasure being here with you guys. You understand? We reached the 3-hour mark, and definitely we gotta take ourselves away. You don't gotta go and deal with the kids, put them to sleep and these kind of thing. Get myself up and running for tomorrow. Prepare my show for tomorrow. Cause definitely I gotta touch in tomorrow. Tonight we had so much thing to talk about, but definitely the topic with Adriana stand out. I always wanted to do a tribute to Adriana with whereby one night we talk about Adriana alone. We got to do it again because I want my title to make sure it says tribute to Adriana whereby we talk about she alone. You understand? Because like I said, we are not going to mute our voice. We are not going to stop speaking about Adriana. I don't care what nobody say. You understand? So big up everybody that definitely check in tonight. I love you guys. For those persons who watching and haven't subscribed to the channel, remember, the door is always open. Feel free to do the right thing. You understand? But you don't know, this was a pleasure being here with you guys. I got to take away myself. Tomorrow we're going to be back here, so definitely at 8:30, 9 o'clock, the latest. You understand? Because I tried to push forward the time to 9 o'clock. 9 to 12. You understand? That's 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 4 hours. You understand? I'm definitely going to give you, then I got to come back tomorrow night. So look out, because I'm pushing right now. You guys is going to get in lives upon lives, and you guys are going to get in updates upon updates. as we go through. Remember to follow us on Instagram, follow us on TikTok, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Twitch. You guys could definitely join the WhatsApp group. The link is in the description, guys. Follow or join the WhatsApp group. You know what's up. Big up to everybody. We love you guys. Stay blessed. Stay focused. Stay positive. Until tomorrow, you don't know what's going on. We out here, sir. Peace and love. See you guys, all right? You don't know what's going on. Yeah, boy, for your feelings. You don't know we there here all the time. There's nothing could stop we. You understand? Went out to town last weekend. Was crazy. Brooklyn, I shell down Brooklyn. And I just want to let you guys know, no matter where in America you are, and you guys are is a promoter, you guys definitely should know that I'm a DJ. I'm taking bookings. You guys could definitely call the number 347-801-6231. If you guys are interested in a DJ, you could follow me on SoundCloud. That's where all my mixes are. You know what I mean? I'm a DJ that play all varieties of music. So whatever occasion it is, whether it's wedding, birthdays, even if you got funeral, wherever, I am here for your assistance. Okay? Once again, shout out to Maxine Johnson. Maxine Johnson, thank you for the $2 super sticker donation. Guys, once again, like I said, if you are interested in running ads on this channel, big business, small business, business is business. You're a party keeper. You got your barbershop, you got your salon, you got your little food business. Definitely come aboard with Let's Start the Things TV for your advertisement need. Before we leave out of here, once again, I want to shout out to all those persons that is on board with us for your advertisement needs. Shout out to Smarty Pants Consultant. I want to shout out to Matthews 24-hour bus service. I want to shout out to Citadel Circle Realty, definitely, and also just join, or should we say just added for the advertisement. It's all about Vision for Guyana lunch and refreshment. Definitely, this is a restaurant that is going to be opening on the 19th of January. What am I saying? The 19th of July, guys. Okay, remember the 19th of July for those persons who is in Brooklyn. Now, this is a restaurant that is going to be opening on the 19th of July. It's called Visions for Guyana lunch and refreshments. July the 19th, they're opening from 3 to 9, and they're located at 994 Hemlock Street. That's between Stanley and Wortman Avenue. Okay? So you don't know what's up. For information, you could contact 646-346-4097. Okay? Definitely, it's all about Vision for Guyana lunch and refreshment. They are opening on the 19th of this month here in Brooklyn. Once again, the location is 994 Hemlock Street between Stanley and Wortman Avenue. Their contact numbers are 646-346-4097. Okay, guys? Like I said, come aboard with us for your advertisement need. You know what's up. You know what's the code. Until tomorrow, stay safe, stay blessed. We out of Yasso. See you guys.
Thinking of buying or selling a home or renting an apartment? Then look no further than Citadel Circle Realty. Located at 1111 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York, we cover Brooklyn, Queens, Long Island, the Bronx, Staten Island, and Manhattan. Let one of our knowledgeable and professional agents assist you with your real estate goals today. Buying or selling today? No problem. Need to rent an apartment? We got you covered. Call us today at 718-717-8251. That's 718-717-8251. Thinking of...
Your words are powerful, but even the best need a little polish. Whether it's a business report, presentation, blog post, or academic paper, we've got you covered. At Smarty Pants Consulting, Our expert editors and proofreaders ensure your writing is flawless, clear, concise, and compelling. Don't let typos or grammar slip-ups hold you back. Let Smarty Pants Consulting elevate your work to the next level. Fast, reliable, and professional every time. Call or text Smarty Pants Consulting at 212-658-8700 and get started today. Your words perfected. Call or text Smarty Pants Consulting at 212-658-8700. That's Smarty Pants Consulting at 212-658-8700. Your words are powerful.
Planning to take a trip to Guyana? Planning to do a tour in Guyana? Well, this is the ideal company for you to call. And we're talking about Matthews 24-hour bus service, city and nature tours. Airport trip, church trip, family outing, local tour, river tour, Kaicho Fall tour, Entori, Amarinian Village, Suriname, and Brazil tour. Matthews 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. You guys could contact them on 592-639-2663, 592-673-2348. Let me give you back that number, 592-639-2663 or 592-673-2348. You guys could also follow him on Facebook at Matthews 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Yes, guys, or you could contact Matthew direct with this number here, 639-2663. That's 639-2663. Matthews 24-hour bus service, city and nature tour. Planning a tour? Well, definitely you guys need to check this out. Matthews 24-hour bus service and nature tour. Get there. Do not wait for next year.
Your words are powerful, but even the best need a little polish. Whether it's a business report, presentation, blog post, or academic paper, we've got you covered. At Smarty Pants Consulting, our expert editors and proofreaders ensure your writing is flawless, clear, concise, and compelling. Don't let typos or grammar slip-ups hold you back. Let Smarty Pants Consulting elevate your work to the next level. Fast, reliable, and professional every time. Call or text Smarty Pants Consulting at 212-658-8700 and get started today. Your words perfected. Call or text Smarty Pants Consulting at 212-658-8700. That's Smarty Pants Consulting at 212-658-8700. Your words are powerful, but even the best